Yes, you can.
I do all the time.
Greetings, sentient beings. This broadcast is not intended for children. There will likely be strong language and adult themes.
But no maturity.
Goddamn fucking right.
What the hell is maturity?
I have to be mature at least 6 hours a day, but after that...
Maturity is a sex wax you could get back in the 50s.
That's why we're doing this at midnight, because all the grown-ups have gone to bed already.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to grown-ups.
There's grown-ups? Where?
No, that's what I mean. All the grown-ups fell asleep after the 10 o'clock news, so we don't have to worry about them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There are grown-ups here?
Not in this chat.
Nope, not anymore.
That's cool.
I was going to say, hypothetically at best.
Oh, it's
that
guy whose name I can't pronounce. Billy Bob.
The Mills above.
I like him.
It's not less complicated than a lot of people make it out.
I like him. He's cool.
It was confusing initially, but yeah, after a couple of weeks, I got it worked out.
I mean, I've got over 220 videos, so there are over 220 opportunities to learn how to pronounce it.
Okay, so we've got our professional shill with us. We've got Amiga Nuts, our professional shill, but nobody else to see the links that he puts out there. So,
oh no!
Yeah, no, I have to play an adult for a few hours every day, but I don't do that after 5 p.m.
I don't blame you.
Yes, and I love Stool doing the Teletubby son now.
I'm just here to bring you sunshine and laughter. It's kind of what I do.
Perp, you should have been on Stool's stream earlier today.
Yeah, unfortunately, he was starting up while I had to run out and take care of things before the government offices closed.
Ew, daytime shit.
Yeah, well, wait.
Nobody should.
The Minnesota DMV has been closed since March, and if I don't get the correct license plates on my car in about a week, I'm going to be in trouble.
Yeah. Proof? Did you have proof of insurance?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is I've got all the stuff, but the website doesn't really explain which forms to use or how to fill them out if you can't be there in person. So this is the third time I've sent the forms back because they keep telling me that I forgot something.
I always go into DMV.
Well, I do too, but they've all been closed.
Yeah.
The DMV here in Ohio opened recently. I actually finally got plates and tags for my new to me car.
Yeah, well, it's just, for Michigan, everything expires in the month of my birthday, which is July. So if I don't have new plates on there within the first week of July, I'm basically driving without license.
Minnesota have some kind of grace period. I mean, even Ohio has a grace period.
Well, it's usually the first of the month, and they give you a 1 week grace. So basically, I've got till July 7th.
Well, I mean, there's a very lethal pandemic going around. You'd think the grace period would be longer. I mean, Ohio's grace period is 3 months from the day the DMVs across the state started opening again, which was 2 weeks ago.
Well, I'm hoping that if I get stopped, they'll take that into account, but, it's also that whole thing of realizing that just the fact that I have out-of-state plates makes me more likely to get stopped.
I wonder how many Trumpies are out there that, are in law enforcement and will pull you over. Oh, the pandemic's fake anyway.
It really sucks living in the future. So I'm about 8 hours in the future to you people. And I really want... It sucks donkey balls. It really does. because you guys are having fun and I'm kind of winding down. So, without breaking copyright law, I want you all to sing the theme tune to Starsky and Hutch.
You know, I've actually never watched that show.
I will fucking do this because Purple, you know how my mind works.
Yeah,
I do.
I'm trying
do
to
like-
remember that. It's been so long. I don't even remember the music, let alone if it had any words.
I never saw it.
It
I've
had
never
no
watched it
words.
either.
I just want you all to play the guitar.
No,
I'm
you don't.
bored.
You definitely do not want me to play any musical instrument.
Here,
kind
I'm
of-
playing my guitar right now.
I may
Okay.
not know the theme to Starsky and Hutch, but I am thinking of Charles in Charge, that theme song.
Do that.
Oh, that guy's a Republican.
Who?
I think we
Wasn't that
just
the one with Scott Baio?
Purple. I think we
Yeah,
just
he grew up to
invented.
be an ignorant Republican.
We just invented a new thing. We're not allowed to play the songs, copyright. So if Sub plays his guitar and Jen plays her guitar, as long as we don't make noises, we're
What is this
cool.
imaginary guitar I have?
I have one in Animal Crossing.
If you're interested in music, you would much rather I fire up a power saw than try to play an instrument.
I tend to get really bored at this time of the morning, so I get a bit naughty. So excuse me.
And I'm not even actually thinking of the real Charles in Charge theme song. It's the version of it that Peter Griffin sings stupidly during that episode of Family Guy. So it's
I
not
think
actually
the Family Guy one was fairly right. Hey, Philip.
There's a Philip.
Yeah, in the side chat.
It hasn't popped up in the StreamYard yet.
Oh,
No, I've got the YouTube pop-up chat.
have you?
I
got
always
viewers?
have that up because it always takes it a minute or two to get to StreamYard. And actually, the last couple of weeks, the lag has been noticeably worse.
Yeah, and if I have YouTube up at the same time, it savages my connection, so I can't really do that. There it is. There are gnats in my room, and they have refused to die despite me having traps for them. So I'm kind of annoyed right now. But it's okay, I have alcohol.
What are you doing as the way of traps?
I put a dab or two, or a drop or two of dish soap in one of these things, and then put apple cider vinegar in it.
Okay, yeah, I do the same thing.
Yeah, that works for fruit flies.
It's really effective, actually. I mean, let me count how many I've gotten just in this one. It's an obscene number.
Oh, hey, Neil.
Hey, what's up, Neil?
Hi, Neil.
And for anyone who is curious about the intro
Hey,
music
Neil.
on my channel, talk to Neil, the 604 Atheist. It's
Yeah,
his
I've got to
band
get
name.
some theme music for my channel.
He's an excellent musician.
Oh,
Yep, I've gone and heard some of his stuff.
I heard that
Um,
Neil has his own YouTube thing.
Yeah,
Neil does the YouTubes a lot.
well, and I had a link somewhere for Neil's music, but I can't find it now.
Give me a second. Let me.
I was going to drop that in the side chat, but I can't find the link for it.
I'll drop it. Give me a second. I have it for my channel, my description in my videos. Gone.
Mm.
So, Tria, yeah, we haven't seen too much of you around lately.
I have been sleeping really weirdly. I don't have a schedule anymore. And sometimes I can sleep up to 18 hours in a day.
Yeah,
So,
sometimes you need that.
I do what my body needs me to, but unfortunately, it's very, very annoying to sleep my life away.
I
Yeah,
know what
it's
you
Now I'm
mean.
doing again.
I know what you mean, and I just really had to get myself to the point of, not caring about that because my sleep was so erratic. I just had to allow that whenever my body was going to let me, I would sleep and just kind of deal with everything else around that.
The problem with that is I really need to get a vet appointment for Elmer and talk to the doctor's office,
Hmm.
and I can't do that if I'm asleep during the day.
Yeah. Yeah, it does become difficult. I've been going through a lot of that now just because, since the move, my body's been trying to adjust to the new situations and hasn't quite figured anything out as far as sleeping or whether or not it was going to digest what I eat and things like that.
Yeah.
I was stuck in that small town that was such a literal meat and potatoes diet for so long that my body is having trouble with too many vegetables.
Yeah, people don't realize that. If you haven't had vegetables for a while and you reintroduce them, it can be hard on you.
Yeah, well, and I had the same problem when I wound up moving there because when I was living in New York, I would live pretty much on salads for weeks at a time.
Oh my gosh, I so want to live in New York.
I don't.
Not right now.
I was in central New York State, not New York City.
I know I don't, but I kind of
But-
do. You know what I mean?
Oh, do you
Yeah,
guys know what today is?
Today is the 26th.
Of what month?
Friday. June.
June.
So put that into numbers.
626.
Oh,
It's
Is it
Stitch
Stitch
Day.
Day?
It's Stitch Day.
Yeah, it's Stitch Day.
What's Stitch Day?
Stitch
from
Lilo and
Lilo
Stitch.
and Stitch.
Oh, okay.
He was experiment 626.
All right. The only reference I was coming up with was it was a model of Mazda.
Yeah.
See, I'm more familiar with Mean Girls Day, whatever the hell that is. And I only know that because I have a bunch of friends on Facebook that are like, Mean Girls thing, and I'm like, I don't know.
I wish I had thought of the Stitch Day. That would have been better than the one I had on the thumbnail. Yeah, the only decent holiday I came up with for today was Seafarer's Day, which is worth recognizing just on the fact that, yeah, if it wasn't for all the people manning the ships, we wouldn't be able to buy most of the stuff we have.
Hang on, Neil's lighting up a doobie? I want a fucking doobie.
I have to.
Neil,
Are
wait
we
for me.
actually out to christen these days?
I have to take care of a few things. I'll be back.
Can we call these days what we like? Or is it random? Is my mic,
I don't know. This whole year is pretty random.
is my mic totally broken?
Nope, I hear you.
We wish.
Something's going really wrong here.
It's because you touch yourself at night.
Hey,
I'm playing with my big thing, you see. So I tend to multitask while I'm listening to you. So if it
I
goes
just have
wrong,
a huge ball now.
yeah, we've heard the rumor, yeah. So I'm kind of playing with things because I do not like this streaming thing, as you know. So I've been playing with my equipment.
Playing with it, you'll go blind.
This is true. Yeah. It will also make your hairs grow on your palms.
Now, see, those don't really seem compelling arguments, Because as long as you can feel it, going blind isn't an issue. And, having an extra padding on your palm just means you can do it longer without chafing.
Oh, I'm not going there. I'm really not going there.
It's
Really?
logic like this that got me kicked out of the Catholic Church when I was 8.
Hang on, I need more beer.
Yeah, it sounds. Yeah, that's where we're going.
I finished the one I was drinking. I only have 2 left. Someone help me.
I haven't
Yeah,
played.
they've got to
with this-
perfect the thing of being able to send food and drinks over the internet.
Look, I wish the teleporters were a fucking thing, but
Oh
they're not.
yeah, we need teleporters. We
I'm sorry. I
absolutely.
would rather have replicators than teleporters.
Okay.
Why not both?
Okay, but okay.
Well, in Star Trek, they're both basically the same technology. Basically, all the replicator is you teleport something once, and then you feed that pattern into a teleporter, and it'll just keep making copies of it.
I didn't realize that, but that makes sense.
Yeah, that's actually how it was explained at some point.
We've gone totally Star Trek.
Of course, that goes into the whole, ethical thing of, so why can't you just keep cloning a person that way?
I was about to ask that. Hey, wait, am I echoing right now?
No, you sound good.
No, you sound good.
Don't
But-
change anything. Don't change anything. You sound perfect.
I only echo when Bub is unmuted.
Please
Okay.
do not change things.
We'll,
if you're
we'll, have,
sounding
we'll
good,
have to look for
don't
that when Bub comes
change
back.
things.
Have I broken something?
I stopped echoing when you muted.
Well, but he's back and you're still not echoing.
I don't know.
Oh.
Bub fixed it.
Yeah,
So,
whatever
we'll
it
just go
was,
with
it's
that.
gone. So, yeah. Everybody
Hey.
remember the settings you've got right now and keep them that way.
I didn't change anything. I didn't touch anything. Bub just muted, and then the echo went bye-bye.
You know what? I'm so fucking jealous with Beelzebub right now. I live in the future, and he lives in the past, and he's enjoying his beer.
I am enjoying my beer. I love beer.
I fucking want to live in the past
Yeah.
so much right now. I
Well,
want to live in.
I've got kind of a near beer that I could never stand beer, but I've got some hard lemonade. That's about the closest to beer I'll ever get.
See,
Oh,
okay,
look at that.
so I don't
look at
know
the
how
head on
far
that.
we moved in the conversation, but whenever I hear someone talk about replicators, I immediately think of the little robots that are fighting the Asgard.
Yeah,
in-
from Stargate.
Yeah, and
Great
Stargate.
show.
Those are creepy. I really hated those.
They
I'm
were
actually
supposed to be
still-
creepy.
I'm still kind
Well,
of
they
salty that
succeeded.
they never properly finished Atlantis or Universe. And Brad Wright is talking about a new series. It's like, dude, finish the first 2 or the other 2 spin-offs. Come on.
I would be sad that he would do that because Dean Devlin was talking about going back and redoing the movies. And I was just like, please buy back the movie rights. Please buy back the movie rights. Because I love Dean Devlin. And I was just like, please do it. I want to see the movies.
Yeah, SG1 was all I got to see.
I loved SG1.
Yeah, so I never really even got to see Atlantis at all. I was interested in it, but
The only good thing about Atlantis was Jason Momoa.
Okay. I disagree slightly because I can't remember his name, but there's a particular actor that I absolutely adore that played both a Wraith and somebody close in one of the elders in one of the villages, and I can't remember his name. I'm sorry, but he's a hella good actor, and I loved him in every single role he's ever been in. And I can't remember his name because the brain is
I don't
frazzled.
know. I can't speak for Kitty, but I'm not appreciating anything about Jason Momoa's acting. Couldn't care less.
I didn't say anything about his acting either.
No, I said somebody else. Somebody else. There was somebody, and I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't care about Jason's acting.
I don't care about his acting either.
I didn't know Robert Picardo was in that too.
What do we think? Would we like, if we had a choice, would we prefer transporter technology?
Oh yeah, I remember seeing him in something.
Jenny, I'm talking. Shut up.
I think it was something.
Would we prefer transporter technology or replicators?
I watched Stargate obsessively. I tried.
If we had to choose between the two, I would still take replicators.
Yeah.
Okay.
End world hunger, and all shortages of medication.
Can I just ask one question? Beelzebub.
I would not want to live in a universe.
Can we replicate
where the
Beelzebub's
wraith
beer?
hung out?
I would love to replicate the beer I'm drinking because then I'd have more. I've only got one left after this.
I hate time zones. You dirty,
Well, see,
dirty bastard.
That would be the thing with replicators, is do you need to feed them some raw material, which in itself wouldn't be bad, but, would there be any kind of operating cost, or can you just make everything for free?
Let's see.
I figured it'd be like 3D printers.
The person's name I was talking about, the actor I was talking about, was Christopher Heyerdahl. I love him in any role he is in.
I'm horrible with actors' names, so I deem
I
they're
will
from
give you a
Sundown.
link.
But I'm all about Mads Mikkelsen. That dude is fantastic.
But yeah, I was sad because Dean Devlin was talking about trying to buy back the rights to Stargate, and he never did, and I'm sad.
So what do we think the answer is? Transporters or replicators?
It depends on the situation.
I think we're pretty much agreed on replicators would be better if it's got to be one or the other.
So replicators were also recyclers. So there was less waste with them. Like if you made a meal and it came on a plate, you would just recycle the plate.
Jenny is literally doing a recycling right now.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was actually canon, but that was kind of the way I understood it too, was that pretty much anything thrown in the waste chutes was just broken down to be random atoms for the replicators.
Okay, I have to address what Neil said here, telling me to get my fingers out of the beer. There was a hair in the beer, okay? There was a reason for this.
You can't drink a hair?
I'd rather not.
Oh my gosh.
I can drink a bug, I don't give a shit about that. But a hair, slight pass.
I wonder, do you think that's a universal thing? I can't stand having a hair in my mouth either.
Well, if you get it in your throat, it just, irritates it and makes you cough a lot.
Yeah, that they do.
I just show myself live without my hat on, and I feel really bad. I've showed my COVID hair.
I wouldn't worry about it.
It's a good job it's not live.
Then again, I pay very little attention to my personal appearance most of the time. I keep
Personal
myself.
hygiene? What's that? I'm just kidding.
No. I'm aware of hygiene. I'm aware of hygiene. I'm aware of the odors. So I make sure I keep up on that. But as far as what I look like, as long as people don't go screaming in terror when I go out, I'm good with it.
I don't care if people scream in terror.
I think I might be the most vain person in this stream because I paid an extra $10 to have a barber clean up my beard.
Oh my gosh. When?
Worth it.
When?
Couple days
Yeah.
ago.
You dirty, dirty pervert.
I have to have someone else trim my beard. I can never get it even.
I'm talking about clippers, you dirty pervert.
Do you seriously think I choose to look like this?
Yes, I do.
The answer is no.
Honestly, the only reason I have a beard is because it's too much of a pain to shave, and I always cut myself.
Here in UK land, we are allowed to get our things shaved off July 4th. We're
So
waiting.
that's how you're celebrating the colonies breaking free of you, is getting your things shaved off.
Yeah, how fucked up is this?
Ungrateful colonist day, I'm sure you know.
Hey, the weird thing is
My evening
Purple,
medications.
the weird thing is Jenny and Purple, you will never speak to me again because after July 4th, you will not recognise me. Ever.
When I was living with my fiance, we made several very concerted efforts to kill my beard, and nothing worked. I think we're at about the same level, Jenny. I'm up to about 7 pills a night.
I'm up to about 15.
Okay. The way your hand was at first, it looked like there were only about 7 there.
Ooh, needle, where's the fire? I like
Here,
fire.
watch this.
When I get this thing, when I get this thing,
Weirdos that pop pills, then drinks. Okay. I do it the other way around. I have liquid in my mouth, then I put a pill in.
The liquid would spill out of my mouth if I tried that.
See,
It
that's
spills
why
out of my mouth without doing that.
Yeah,
I'm kinda
I've
sloppy.
learned to swallow any of them dry if I have to, but yeah, it's generally better to put the pill in first and then take a mouthful of liquid.
Well, I did that in front of you also. You guys could just, know and tell other people that Jenny swallows.
God damn it. Okay, no. You want to know how much of a child I am? The new window air conditioner I just put in has a thermostat on it, so it turns itself on and off when it, to keep a steady temperature.
Yeah.
I have mine set to 69 degrees for the obvious reason.
Now, see, if I put mine at 69 degrees, I'd have to be wearing a sweatshirt all the time. But then again, the mean temperature on my home planet's about 15 degrees warmer than it is here anyway.
How's the light on your home planet? Are we talking like K-Pax or? Please tell
Mine
me
is
something
set to
else other than
62.
K-Pax.
No, I know what you mean about K-Pax. I really didn't know how to answer the question in that context, though.
Well, because the planet K-Pax, according to, I can't remember the character's name, is in like a constant state of twilight.
I didn't remember that part of it. But yeah, I know that the first book was called On a Beam of Light.
That would be Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey, thank you.
I've got to ask a question.
It's a great movie. I loved it.
I've got to ask a question because, Jenny, you've been doing so much work on the intertubes.
I didn't get it at the end. Was the K-Pax guy really from K-Pax, or was he nuts?
Am I muted? I don't know.
I think that was pretty much, left open to the viewer for it.
It was left open except that...
One, two, sibilance.
Yeah,
Yes, I can hear
I
you.
have to rewatch it. I haven't seen K-Pax in a few years, so...
I haven't seen it for a few years either, but I thought that there was enough evidence to say it was more than just in his head.
Yeah, because from what I remember of the ending, the Kevin Spacey's character's body was still there, but his mind was suddenly clear at the end, and the woman he said he'd take with him was gone.
What movie?
So I
What
thought
are we
that
talking
was
about?
the movie K-Pax.
K-Pax.
Never heard of it.
Fantastic movie. I love it.
It was a good movie.
KPAX.
Green Mile.
Hmm?
Oh, Green Mile. That was good too. Oh,
I loved it.
I read the books first. The books were better. The book is
That
always
guy
better.
was that Duncan guy was such a good actor.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Michael
such a
Clark
good guy.
Duncan, yeah.
I gotta watch that movie. I wonder if it's on Netflix. I want to see that again.
Yeah. And Neil, the thing that had happened to me was that I couldn't find lighter fluid, so I tried to light a charcoal grill with a bit of kerosene.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's how I wound up without having any eyebrows for a few weeks.
Neil
But
is
that was
very
before I was old enough to be growing a beard.
Neil is very good at weighing the bandana, and I need somebody to
Oh,
teach
geez, I
me how
forgot we
to
were
do
live
this.
on the air, and when I did that, oh, I'm sorry.
Am I literally?
What?
Am I talking to myself? Hello.
Oh God.
Nobody was paying attention. Don't draw attention to it.
Well, these are
Oh,
only 8 people watching.
Sibilance. 1, 2,
I
sibilance.
forgot we were on
Sibilance.
the air when I made that swallow comment. I'm embarrassed now.
I guess I
It's
missed
too
that part of
late.
it.
It's on the YouTubes forever.
Yeah, now I'm
Right.
going to have to go back
But-
and look for it because I must have missed that.
But the problem is that oh, never mind.
Oh hum.
I was gonna say, why does that matter though? Because you like girls.
Well, it's just it's embarrassing.
So I'm
Yeah,
looking at Twitter right
don't be
now,
embarrassed. Just
and
own it.
I'm looking at Twitter right now, and Unholy Sarah has a video coming out at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time asking, should gay couples be parents? Apparently, I'm sure this is a typo, but she's taking on homophones tomorrow.
You know, I do actually feel bad for kids with gay parents. Do you want to know why?
Sure,
I know
go
this
ahead.
one.
Because they're either stuck in
She's
an
gonna-
endless
let's-
loop of
Go ask your mother,
mother.
or they get twice as many dad jokes.
That is the only acceptable gay joke.
I know. Well, no, there was another one that I don't know. What does a gay horse eat? Hey,
Hang on, what?
what?
Hey,
Hey,
Oh, God.
that's pretty bad.
I need to drink that joke out of my brain. It's so bad.
There's a lot of good tranny jokes, but generally only if you're a trans yourself. They're kind of inside jokes.
1, 2, sibilance.
Well,
Jenny, can you? Oh wait, you know what? Jenny, can you hear Stool talking?
No, I can't. Oh,
Okay,
damn it.
we can hear you, but she can't hear you. That's what's been going on.
I'll go out and I'll come back. I'm sorry. That happens.
She has audio problems sometimes. I just
Yeah,
realized
okay.
it.
yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, StreamYards has problems with portable devices.
I get kind of paranoid when people can't hear me.
Yeah.
But to be
Yeah,
fair,
it didn't occur to me. That's why she was talking over you.
Jenny uses an iPad and
Yeah.
an iPhone.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I caught a
I'm-
koi.
I'm not
Sorry.
mocking. But
Oh
anyway.
no, feel free.
Okay.
I mock it all. I mock her and her iPads all the time.
Yeah, that's cool. It's
Now-
cool
now
to
I
mock.
can hear him.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
let's do a mic check on everybody.
1, 2,
Yeah.
4, 5.
1, 2, sibilance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
StreamYards
I got
has that strange quirk that if somebody's on a portable device and they're not the last one to enter, then they can't hear everyone.
That's just so stupid.
Hey, but it's free, so should
That
we
is
complain?
true. That is true. But bleh.
But
Well,
yeah.
it's free, and more importantly for me, it doesn't require OBS.
Oh, we
Ugh,
can't be
I
arsed
gotta
with
learn
it.
how
We
to.
cannot be arsed with OBS. But here's the thing, guys and girls. This is literally the first time I've streamed without my hat on, so you can see my hair. Yay!
Yeah,
First
it's
time.
not nearly as bad as you always make it out to be.
Yeah, well, I've done some work on it. It's a secret. I've done some work, and Jenny can still not hear what the fuck I'm saying.
I can hear you.
Oh shit!
You have lovely hair.
Kick her out.
Every bit of it that's left.
Yo, fuck you.
So I gotta know, has anyone asked scientists now to get working on replicators so I can have more beer? I mean, the woman sent me back in time and I became John Milton. Come on.
I mean, I'm sure she could work on it, but getting her to get her attention span in one place sometimes is a little bit hard.
You know what? I think we would misbehave. If we had replicators, we would misbehave. We're not.
I know I
truthful.
would.
Oh yeah.
I'd misbehave, but probably not in the same way Trio would.
That is the truth.
Oh my
That is
god,
the
I would get
truth.
so fat if we had replicators. So much
I
more
am
fat.
fat. I was about
No.
to say I am fat, so
Yeah, well, I had to qualify that with more.
yeah.
Fettuccine
Same
Alfredo and standing rib roast and cut.
Oh,
It's the only thing it'd have to be able to make for me.
Just in
Can you
case
guys hear my
anyone,
game system in the background?
oh gosh.
I
don't think
hear
so.
nothing.
Okay, then I'm fine. The end of the month is coming up and my game changes and I'm gonna not be able to catch some fish, so I'm just mass fishing right now.
I thought I heard Animal Crossing noises.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. The only thing I can come up with at the moment, if I had a replicator, was I'd finally have a Lego Millennium Falcon.
I want a Lego Black Pearl.
I'm so hungry.
There is going to be a new pirate ship set releasing sometime later this year.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more on the order of the classic Lego pirate sets rather than the Pirates of the Caribbean theme.
We actually had Millennium Falcons at my work, but they were the ones that came with the new minifigs, which wouldn't be too bad. Except I didn't want an old Han Solo. If I had a Han Solo, I wanted it to be a young Han.
Yeah, well, I had seen them at Walmart, and then when I finally had the money to buy one, they were all gone, and they haven't got any more in stock since.
Well, I'll check my work when I go in tomorrow. Let you know.
You guys, I'm gonna take off. I just can't stay awake.
This
Great.
fucking
Good about
fish.
Okay, Jenny. Well, thanks for
All right,
stopping in
night,
with us.
Jenny.
Good night, kids.
We'll see you
I
later.
love
Night.
you all very much,
Love you too.
including Stool. Bye, honey.
Good night.
And Stool's inherently unlovable.
Hey, Stool has been totally reformed this week. He's been behaving himself all over the place.
Oh, shut up.
Weird.
Yeah, that's just because Kate hasn't been around. Jeez, you goddamn fish!
No, he was even in with Kate. Actually, Angie had him on her channel, and basically she seemed to get him to cooperate, and he's been good ever since.
Okay, everybody sit around and laugh at me. I'm a dick. Okay, I get it.
But you've been less of a dick for the last several days.
Oh, fuck off, Purple.
My game is frustrating me.
Oh,
I have to throw the little bobber in front of the fish, and every time I reposition to throw it in front of him, he changes directions.
I did something weird, and the YouTube window is closed, but not actually closed.
Closed, but not actually closed.
Yeah, I cannot click on anything to open the window back up that I can see. It is not in the task. It's not in the little bar at the bottom.
Now I don't remember if you try either Control Tab or Alt Tab. One of them is supposed to, like go through the tabs you have open, and maybe you could access it that way.
Nope. I'm trying Alt Tab. I'm looking at my home screen, and there's nothing in the bottom, and somehow I'm still talking to y'all.
Alt tab
I don't know what I pressed. I pressed something really wonky.
There's a tab. There's something that you can press that will let you. Oops.
Shift tab? Nope, that ain't it. Control. Okay, Control tab will take you between.
Oh, Windows and tab.
Okay.
Windows button and tab.
Yeah, well, for mine, Alt Tab will jump me through whatever open programs.
Okay,
Purple.
I got it.
Hey, Purple.
Yeah.
Because you're an idiot, I'm actually paying attention to side chat. So Neil is here. Does he want to play or not?
I think with Neil's doing a phone.
Yeah, Neil had said earlier that he's just on his phone tonight, so he didn't think he could join in.
Okay.
And I've been playing Unholy Sarah videos all day today because apparently she's close to monetization, but she just needs to have the watch time.
I saw somebody mention that on Twitter, so yeah, I'll put on a playlist of her stuff when I go to sleep.
I've got 34 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Yay!
I'm at 21 of 81 pictures. I mean, 81 videos for her.
Yeah, I know she's got a lot of older stuff that I never saw, so I'll have to go back through her library.
See, I can't go yay unless eating minstrels is involved.
Eating what?
Minstrels.
Eating Robert's
minstrels.
Yes.
Who gets it?
It sounded like you said something completely different, and I don't even want to qualify what I thought I heard.
Brown chicken, brown cow?
Yeah, something like that.
So, please tell me someone understands that.
Minstrel Sony soup?
Upset if school doesn't get it.
Yes, I thought everybody got it.
Oh, God, I don't like you. Can you make him go away?
No.
I can, but I'm not going to.
Love me.
Neil, what would be awesome? I didn't see what I said when you tagged me.
I still need to have a stream that somebody else is controlling so that Bub and I can get drunk together.
Yay.
Oh my
Just
I
let
can
me
do
just,
that.
I haven't even gotten drunk lately.
Yeah, I just need to make sure that there's somebody in there who can shut the thing down if we both pass out.
Well, I mean, I'd be impressed if I passed out because, my tolerance has gotten pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Six-pack of beer to get tipsy.
Purple.
Oh, Lego Black Pearl.
We totally need to see you get pissed. We really do.
Oh, it's happened before. I've gone too far and lost control a couple of times, which is why I generally don't drink when I'm running the streams. Actually, just night before last, I was in Be Mindful stream, and by the time she started up, I had already had about 4 of them, so I was half gone by the time I got in there and was going downhill from there.
I don't know what it is, but like when I drink at home, I can't seem to get drunk. Put me in a bar, have me ordering drinks, and it'll happen. But like at home, drinking shots of whatever or rum and cokes, no. Put a rum and coke at a bar, 3 of them in, and I'm good. At home, 3 in, and I'm just whatever.
Well, my problem is when I'm home, when I know I'm already home and everything's safe, I tend to mix them rather strong. Like about 3 shots of whiskey for a 12-ounce can of ginger ale.
I usually do 2 shots to a can of Coke of rum.
I'm just
And
going to
if
put
anyone-
this out. I'm going to put this out there. When I turn my cam off, I'm doing it for a reason.
Okay.
Is the reason to grant us all relief.
I'm just not going to get into all this ounces.
I'm
And
a
Hey, I know for a fact that when I turn my monitor off, you all cease to exist.
Oh, that's yeah. It's okay. It's
I
okay.
wish
You
that
haven't
were the
recovered all
truth.
your months yet.
God damn, I wish that were the truth.
But if anyone's curious about the link that I just put in the chat, that is the video where I had help from the amazing scientist Mal, and we discuss. Well, she discusses the bootstrap paradox.
Okay, yeah, I was kind of wondering what you meant when you made that comment about her sending you back in time.
Yeah, I ripped off the idea from a Doctor Who episode.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very Who-ish.
Oh no, I full on admit it in the video. It's like, yeah, I
Oh,
still
yeah.
did Doctor Who.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I just
I have-
put that in my watch later list to check out after this is done.
I had the most amazing dream. You know when you snooze for like a few minutes?
Yeah.
And you have a really awesome dream. And the way my sleep works is I sleep, I wake, I sleep, I wake. And I had a wonderful dream. It was really beautiful. And all the beautiful people from Streamland were there in some kind of convention. And we all met up and were naked.
Sounds
No
like a
thanks.
nightmare
Not
to
my
me.
thing. Not my thing.
And we drank beer.
That's
I do
not
like
my thing either.
I had the strange
I
dream,
think-
and
I
you
think
were
that's
there,
very
and you were there, and you were there. Oh, not you.
No,
I mean,
I cannot drink alcohol and enjoy it because I am permanently exhausted, and it makes me even more tired. So I basically like drink a few sips and then I'm like, I'm out, I'm done, goodbye. If I ever get to a point where I'm not permanently exhausted, I would try it again because it wasn't the taste that turned me off. It was basically like, I can't even enjoy the buzz because I'm just going to go to bed now.
So my dream was called StoolCon.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
hang on, did I hear you say stool cunt?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it fits your
Just-
brands.
Does that
Yeah.
does that not work? I
It
think
works
that's
for you.
I said it fits your brand.
So StoolCon, and I'm thinking, do you remember when? What's the Apple guy called? Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs?
When he does his presentations, and I will do StoolCon, and I will present. It was a really fucking weird dream. I apologize, but this is how I present my world to you.
I have really weird dreams, but almost none of them are
Yeah.
appropriate for YouTube.
So you mentioned you said that, and now that makes me think whatever happened with Dave Kahn and all of that. Like, it got canceled, but did Aaron end up going to the UK? Did he get his money back? Like what?
Totally forgot about Dave Kahn. Holy shit.
Yeah, I never really heard what happened beyond it was canceled.
I would have figured coronavirus happened.
Yeah,
I was
no,
about.
I know that was the
Yeah.
reason it was canceled, but as far as, if Dave was out money for it for deposits or anything like that, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything from
Most
Dave about that on Twitter.
most people who run cons don't offer refunds because a lot of times what winds up happening is you use the money to make reservations at the venue and buy
Yeah.
certain things, and it's a risk for any con I would assume that there would be that Dave would have a hard time refunding all of that money.
Yeah, the organizers wind up putting out several $1,000s just to reserve everything needed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they have to put that down like at least 6 months ahead of time.
And then you have insurance, which you also have to have ahead of time. And also anything dealing with setup. If there was advertising, pay artists.
Yeah.
Those sorts of things. There's some things you can get money back for, and some things that once you've paid it, you can't. There's no.
Hi, Doc.
What's that beeping?
Hey, Doc. Hiya.
I don't think it's me.
It's not me.
No, I'm only getting it through the headphones, so it's not in here.
Well, it's gone now.
What we need to do, we need to invent a stoolcom in the UK. So obviously you guys can't get there. You will all have to dress up as TNG characters and also be the blue people from that film where they do the tail thing.
Actually, just before the COVID thing hit, I was, starting to plan things out to just do a get-together of YouTubes in the area. So I had been originally thinking that I was going to do that in July, and then it's like, well, maybe next summer.
Yeah, Ian has plans to get me over in the UK. He apparently thinks he's going to get me drunk, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah, that will happen.
No.
Step away. What was being discussed now?
Canceled plans.
Yeah, just about getting YouTubers together.
Well, I know that, Faithless Forum was postponed. I don't know how that works, but they were offering refunds on the tickets.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to hear the Con of the North, which is the main convention that I've been doing for so many years. Isn't until February, and they still haven't quite decided yet whether or not that's going to be on, but they have to make a final decision by sometime in August, because that's when they have to put the deposit down for the hotel.
Ooh. That's got to be a tough decision.
Yeah, trying to guess, if by the end of the year, if we're going to be done with this virus thing, or if it's still going to be a risk.
They should probably not. They should probably not do it.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that way too. And the other convention that I would normally do would be in October, and I've already written that one off. I'm sure that October is going to be too early to be crowding a bunch of people into hotel rooms.
Yeah, there are people trying to run cons right now, and it's just like,
are you stupid?
Well, here's the thing. I understand if you're waiting for the hotel to cancel on you, because then you can get your deposit back and your money back and use that for the next year. That I understand. There are some cons out there that have announced that is what is going on and that they can't cancel until the hotel does. That is responsible. I totally understand.
Mm-hmm.
That you can't help, but there are cons out there who are just like, we're going to put safety measures in place and we're going to keep going and it's going to be fine. And I'm like,
no,
you dumbasses. Yeah. No.
Well, it's Con of the North. They have said that for anyone who registers early, if they wind up having to cancel it for this year, then they'll just apply the registration to the following year.
Yeah. And a lot of places are doing that. But it's just, Concrud is a thing. I have never gone to a con and not come home sick.
Yeah, it's usually happened to Sloth Girl anytime she's come to a con with me.
Concrud, that's what I've always heard it called.
Yeah. Well, Sloth Girl does not have good immunities to begin with, which is why the COVID thing really scares me. You know, I would probably be okay, and I'll probably get over it if I get it. But if I bring it back to her, you know, a normal flu puts her down for a month, so this could kill her.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen X-rays of what. Let's see. I've seen. It's kind of like a meme. There's an X-ray of a normal set of lungs, an X-ray of lungs with the common cold, the flu, and COVID. Only one set of those lungs is completely whited out, and it's the COVID lung.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
COVID fucks your shit up.
What I was hearing about the COVID was that it actually, like, hardens the material in the lungs so that, like, the air sacs aren't elastic anymore.
You know, the really sad thing is people are not talking about what happens to the people who've recovered from COVID.
Show my screen, Purple. Trigger warning.
Well, that's what Neil's saying too, is that it does permanent damage to the lungs.
It does permanent damage, yeah.
Yeah, at least.
Oh, is that the article of the 20-year-old that had double
transplant?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
guess
it does
what?
to your
That
lungs.
person is only gonna live for 5 more years tops.
Now, see, that doesn't gross me out because it doesn't even look like a lung. That looks like some kind of fossil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the person who got that double lung surgery, it only extends your life by about 5 years before your body starts rejecting it.
I think it's important that we don't realise that the people who've been through this
Where'd it go?
and who've recovered, these are the people that we're not talking about. And I've listened to these people, and it's not an easy recovery.
No, in fact, as far as I know, Aaliyah Kai is finally starting to recover. And she had it a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, here's a picture of what a healthy lung looks like. Next to smokers' lungs, apparently. But
Yeah.
so
I had a cousin who was almost killed by COVID. He spent 2 weeks in the hospital. That I should tell everybody something. You know, and my uncle, his uncle, both of our uncles, you know, was originally one of those open things back up, Trump, one of those types.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He changed his fucking mind quick with the open everything up thing. He changed his mind quick when his nephew almost died.
Unfortunately, that's what it's going to take for half of these idiots to realize how serious it is.
Yeah,
Have
well,
somebody
and I
who don't
think-
get it.
I think part of the problem has been, you know, definitely in the American media. I don't know so much about other countries, but they haven't really talked about the effects it has on anyone. You know, what it's like for the people in the hospital or for the people who've recovered. And I think that if more people were aware of that, it would change some public attitudes.
Well,
I've just been listening to people, real people, because we're not thinking about the people who've had it and what happens afterwards. And I've been listening to these people, and they've been sharing their stories. And if you've had it, it's not something that you get, it goes away. It's going to affect you for like a long time, a very long time, because it's a long issue.
Yeah, well, it does permanent damage. It will have forever reduced your breathing capacity.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you talk about the recovery and this, that, and the other, because there's people who straight up don't believe it's real.
Yeah.
And they're not going to believe it's real until someone in their family gets it.
Yep. Well,
I mean,
and it certainly
that's all
doesn't help the
I
way
know
that Fox
personally.
News and CNN have been covering it.
And then we have places like Florida where our governor is just like, yeah, it's cool to open everything back up. You're fine.
Yeah.
Everything's
There's
good.
someone I know personally who thinks that wearing a mask in public is 100% psychological.
Yeah. And did you see Trump's enacted his new plan to reduce the number of cases by
Oh, yeah,
defunding
stop
13
testing.
testing centers?
Let's stop testing. The cases will go away if you stop it. No, you dumb motherfucking piece of shit. I want to hit you with a fucking baseball bat so bad right now, Trump. Yep. I really do. I want to hit you with a baseball. I'm going to name that baseball bat Lucille, by the way.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Well, you know what happens right now if you Google idiot on Google Images, right?
I saw you post that on Twitter.
Bring my screen back up.
Oh,
I will totally do it again.
And Alanis lives around the West Palm Beach area, and she's been sharing on her Facebook from where people have been from like that meeting where West Palm Beach was about to mandate masks. God, don't listen to it. It will hurt you. The idiocy will hurt your brain.
If you open up if you open up Google, search idiot, the first two images are Trump.
Oh, not me.
And then you get to a wiki page in a book called The Idiot Brain, and then you get more pictures of Trump.
Mm-hmm. Because he's a fucking idiot.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand that fucker. Really.
Nobody can. Oh, fuck.
Oh, listen to Fox News. They know what you're talking about. Listen to OAN. They're not racist at all.
Yep. I just tried it on Google. And I get 3 pictures of Trump even before the Wikipedia page comes up.
Hold on. I'm curious what
I can't remember anything I've ever Googled that the Wikipedia page was not the first reference to come up.
Well, it does somewhat choose based on your search history. So I'm wondering what comes up for mine.
And then did you see this woman come up and give us talk in front of like the commission or something about masks? And she's like, I don't wear a mask for the same reason I don't wear underwear. Things gotta breathe.
Okay. Good night, Neil.
Oh, not Neil.
Night, Neil.
Night.
I didn't see that one, but I saw a couple of others, and oh gosh, I wish I hadn't looked.
It's very fucked up because obviously I'm UK and you haven't got a clue what I'm talking about, but it's really fucked up. Really fucked up because we're going through a heat wave now. 35 degrees, yay, and they're all doing that. Fuck. Jesus.
I can do UK politics, okay? Tony Blair, Brexit. Come on. I know the buzzword.
Johnson.
Oh, he knows the buzzwords. Yeah, whatever. Fuck you.
Yeah, of course, Tony Blair being a buzzword is like 10 years ago.
It's
kind of about 20 years ago, but go for it.
Unfortunately, one of the big things that Trump does not get is this is a worldwide pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
So by the U.S. fucking it up, we're going to fuck up the rest of the world in the process. It's not even going to be contained to the U.S. You know, if we keep letting it spread here, it's going to be more people infected in other countries as well.
I'm kind of hoping the other countries are just like, you know what, if you're from the United States, fuck you, you can't travel here.
More and more
Yeah.
countries are doing that.
I wouldn't.
That's really what they should do, and they need to do it fast. And I wouldn't blame them one bit.
Hey, who would have ever imagined that it would have been Mexico closing the U.S. border? You know, do we
Good
have
on-
to say anything
Good.
more?
Listen, Mexico should have done that to us ages ago.
Yeah.
Well, it has happened. It has happened before in movies.
Yeah, but Mexico would not let people come down there for spring break.
Mm-hmm.
You know how much that had to cost them in tourism?
Yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah, it definitely cost them, but it's like they can't. It'll cost them more for us to come down and spread it there.
Yeah, they're actually concerned with keeping their people alive. What a novel idea.
Yeah,
The really scary thing is that apparently, according to the scientists, this virus does not like hot weather. And in the UK, we're now having hot weather.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be about the same.
Hot weather. Yeah.
Yeah, for the next 5 days, we're going to be somewhere around 32, 33 degrees Celsius.
Listen, I'm in the UK and it's 35, so fuck. For the UK, that's hot.
Yeah. Well, and this is, you know, for June, this shouldn't be happening yet. We generally get these kind of temperatures like around the end of July. So this is like a month earlier than we should be hitting these levels.
Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trump's magically it'll disappear in the summer thing. Is that where you're?
I think we're being lulled into a false sense of security.
Yeah, well, one of the other scary things I've been reading is the rate of reinfections. That they're finding that people who had it and got over it are becoming reinfected like 2 months later. And if that's true, it would mean it would be virtually impossible to make a vaccine for this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's being allowed to mutate that quickly, yeah, it would be impossible. Or at least it'd be impossible to make a vaccine that would do any good.
Well, I don't even think it's a matter of it mutating. I think it's just something that people's immune systems are not remembering the infection.
Well, I'm going to get something to eat and watch TV and go to bed. But this has been fun until the Trumpy talk.
Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to Hey, Doorknob Head.
That's how it always happens.
Hey, everybody.
As soon as you mention Trump, it goes wrong.
Get some sleep. We'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, I'm so bad.
Oh, since we're on depressing topics, for anyone who wasn't aware of it, Nacha Witness was in the emergency room.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, he just got home like 6 or 7 hours ago.
Is he okay?
He seems to be okay now, but I don't really know what caused it. Nirvardir just said that he had been having such extreme stomach cramps. So I'm not sure exactly what he was diagnosed with, but yeah, he was in extreme pain. And basically in the ER all night, but he's home now.
I think it's kind of weird that we give a shit about other people who we've never met. Twitter people.
It's... I don't know. It depends on the level of interaction, I think. I am just as close to my friend in California as I am to some of my friends that I have here. And that was even before I went out to go and visit her.
Oh, yeah.
I find it very interesting because what's that word? What's the word that you taught me, Purple? Radon, is it? Radon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know how Purple has to
Yeah,
be
they're testing
scared
our
about
building
radar.
for radon gas now.
That's a weird thing that I would never have known about before. So I guess what I'm saying is I like learning things, and it's kind of cool when you take an interest in other people's lives, I guess.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, I don't know.
Well, it is kind of strange when you think about it, you know, that we could feel this connected with people on different continents.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, totally. Because you've taught me a lot of things about American politics that maybe to you are trivial, but to me,
No, it goes both ways. Yeah, you know, you've definitely taught me a lot of things about life in the UK I didn't really know about.
yeah, I'm a dick, but whatever. I kind of like learning things, you know, about how other people deal with things. And we've got a common interest because we've got this plague, which is not America or UK. It's a pandemic.
Yeah, it's the entire planet.
So I find it kind of interesting how you guys look at it and etc. But I'm a nerd, you know, whatever.
Yeah, Amiga, no, the building doesn't have a basement, but the entire shell of the building is concrete block. So it is one of the things that, you know, they discovered at some point that radon like slowly leaks out of the concrete over several decades.
I'm totally not believing this. I think it's a really cool story, Purple.
Well, you know, the radon gas is in the soil in certain areas. So if it's in the rock, so it can be in the rock that they ground up to make the concrete. And it's just released very gradually.
It's sounding like a superhero movie.
That's fun. My house is held up by concrete.
Yeah, most houses are.
Yeah, I had to tell a friend once because she was a little bit worried. She was like, well, what if your house actually does flood? And I was like, the likelihood that my house would flood is like extremely low. It's possible, but it's extremely low. Because one, I have a creek bed behind the house that has to fill up first.
Yep.
Two, any water from the lawn, because we're on kind of a slope, will run down to that creek bed. And three, I'm also, because of Florida law, the house has open concrete blocks so that the water can run underneath the house before it actually goes into the house.
Yeah. Well, and you know, the radon is generally only an issue if it has a chance to build up. You know, if there's a steady air exchange between the indoor and outdoor air, then it dissipates too fast to be a problem.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that wouldn't be an issue in my case.
Yeah,
because
so
like I said, they're open.
Right. It's more of a problem because, you know, in the cold climates where the building could be sealed up for several months at a time, you know, without very much outside air exchange.
Yeah. And also, it is hurricane season. Yay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I know it's not the same thing, but I've got a bit of an idea because I did live most of my life in Tornado Alley. So, yeah, I remember as a kid a lot of times of, you know, the sirens going off and having to go hide down the basement, waiting for things to pass over.
That's the thing, though, is, and don't get me wrong, there is a fairly decent chance that a tornado could come through when a hurricane is overhead.
Yeah.
It's not an extremely huge chance, but it's much bigger than it normally is. I can deal with the hurricane a lot easier than I could a tornado, because you kind of get some warning with a tornado, but with a hurricane, I generally have like at least a week's notice.
Yeah.
And so I can get set up and prepared and all of that stuff and know that it's coming and know that I'm not going to have power for a few days, which is highly annoying, but I know that in the end we're most likely going to be okay. And like I said earlier, flooding's not really an issue. We once had 3 tropical depressions go through, which is basically it's right under a Cat 1 hurricane. We had 3 of them hit at the same time, and the worst that happened to my house was we had a few trees fall over and no power for a week.
Yeah. Well, that's, even where I've lived, it's like there's been a few times that we've been without power, but it's usually restored, by the next morning.
I find this fascinating because this is day to day what you live with. You prepare for it.
Yeah.
I find this very fascinating. I do find this very fascinating. I don't know. I'm thinking about this. You can carry on speaking. I'm just thinking about this. But I find it fascinating how we all have different lifestyles. Quote. To me, that is very weird. But to you, it's kind of day to day, something that you have to think about.
Yeah, it's and also it's partially location. I do live in Florida, but I live in a part of Florida where the currents typically
God, you live in Florida. Oh, fuck you. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
Yeah, normally I'm okay with Florida. It's just my home and my people are trying to kill me. And I'm just, it's still my home and it's trash and I know it's trash and I know Florida is trash.
Oh my God.
Okay, doorknob head. Normally it is live in Florida. Right now it is trying to survive in Florida. Florida is my home state. It's always been my home, but I realize that right now everything is trash and people are trying to kill me.
I didn't realize that you were actually in Florida. I apologize. When I take the piss, I'm not taking the piss out of normal people. I hope you know this.
No.
Yeah.
Right now in Florida, it's like an alligator's trying to eat your leg, and you're just like, I don't have time for this now.
Yeah. And I know who exactly you're taking the piss out of because I have to live here with a lot of them. And not everybody in Florida is stupid, but a good 30% of them are. But the problem with the 30% is they're so loud and obnoxious about it.
Yeah, I get you. I understand, yeah.
And normally their loud and obnoxiousness and stupidity doesn't really affect us on a day-to-day basis. But unfortunately...
I keep doing this because I'm incredibly nosy. And I like to learn about your country. And Florida, yeah, stereotype. So you're saying in Florida, your state, percentage-wise, how many people are idiots?
I'd say about 30.
Seriously,
30%?
Well, you can tell by Trump's polls that it's about 1/3 of the country anywhere.
Yeah.
But I think it tends to be more concentrated in the southern states.
Well, I find this to be very interesting. So in Florida, is that your estimate that 30% are idiots? I would have given a bigger number.
Okay, here's the thing. in Florida, you have
Are you saying
three
that
things going on as far as politics go.
play with me here, because stereotypes, obviously, but in my mind, you said 30%, I'm an outsider, I would have guessed 70%.
Here's what's going on politics-wise. You have the 30% who are Trumpers and idiots and believe that God will just protect them from anything. Then
Okay.
you probably have another 20 to 30% who basically stay silent and don't do anything politics-wise because they believe that the system is fucked and that nothing is going to change if they vote, so they don't vote anyway.
Okay, can we
30% who
I like what you're doing here. This I found this interesting. So in Florida, your state, let's not break it down. Percentage-wise, how many people are dicks? Give me a percentage.
if you're just going with general jackassery, like generally being mean to each other, I would say probably around 60%.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, Purple. You're in Minnesota, is that correct? No?
Yeah.
How many... You're in a cool state now, aren't you?
It's generally one of the more liberal states.
What would your percentage guess be? Dick-wise. I'm doing the dick measure here.
Well, it's hard to say because part of the stereotype here is what they refer to as Minnesota nice. You know, which is just everybody is generally very cordial in social settings and people don't get upset much in public.
So Minnesota is basically Canada.
It's Canada light.
Yeah. So percentage-wise,
I don't know.
I'm looking at the dickometer.
Yeah, probably 15 to 20%. Probably only about half of what you'd get in Florida.
Okay. This is why I enjoy talking to you people, because I learn things. And I like learning things. So I'm quite shocked about what I just heard about Florida.
The thing is that normally the 30% isn't all that bad. It's just the 30% is now spreading the coronavirus. That's the difference.
How do you rate Texas on the dickometer?
Rate taxes?
No, Texas.
Texas? I don't know.
Yeah, well, Texas is most renowned for the gun nuts. Texas has very much a shoot first and don't bother asking questions attitude.
Yeah, so. I don't know. I have family in Texas, but I don't like anything would be a guess based on outside knowledge of what Texas
same with me.
Like.
You should go and ask Angie about Texas. She lives down there.
Oh yeah, I get that. Angie lives in Texas. So this is interesting. So you guys are not totally knowledgeable. I can't say that word. You're not knowledgeable. I still can't say it. You're not knowledgeable about Texas, even though you live in the same country.
Well, it's the same country, but like for me, Texas is a 1,000-mile drive.
Yeah, you gotta realize how big the U.S. is. It's 3,000 miles across.
Yeah, it's also, and also each state, while there are similarities in places like the Midwest, you can say that there are some things that are similar. Each state operates pretty much independently of each other, especially right now.
That is so fucked up.
Yeah, well, and that's the big problem, with the COVID thing, that we don't have a national response to it. Each state is responding to it separately, so we have 50 separate uncoordinated responses.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, we should have had a national plan for it, but Trump didn't want to do anything and just, let it fall down to the governors and the state legislators to try and figure something out.
Partially because the plan was built up by Obama. It wasn't the best plan, and there was definitely going to be some things that needed changing. But the pandemic, the pandemic trackers were Obama, so of course they had to be gotten rid of. And then the book that Obama left behind, a manual of here's some things we learned from the last round we did this, got thrown out as well. And plus, on top of that, Trump can't make money if people are staying home and not buying all of the pretty shiny objects.
Yeah.
From the outside,
and that's been the biggest problem with it, is it's been, the upper income people who have been worried about the stock market taking a dive have been pushing everyone else to get back to work.
Mm-hmm.
From the outside, it's really messed up because you're all obsessed with this state thing. It's really fucking weird. And we all laugh at you with respect, of course.
Honestly, right now, I think that the individual states in Europe may be more unified under the EU than the states of the US are.
I'll tell you what I would really like to do, and I'm showing my age now, and I wish Jenny was here, because I really want to do, what do you call it? What's that word? Shit, I can't remember the word. Where you get in a car. I can't remember the fucking word.
Road trip?
Yes, kind of, yeah. Where Americans do that thing and they get in a car and go from A to B.
Yeah, I've done a few road trips. They're fun.
I really, have you done that?
Yeah, I've done a couple.
I've driven between Minnesota and New York 6 times.
You see, to me, that's not really cool, but I would like to do it in America land. I totally want to do that.
You got to remember, like if I was in Britain, I could drive for 8 hours and end up in 3 different countries. Of course, you have to go across into Europe, but you'd end up in 3 or 4 different European countries at the end of the day. 8 hours in the US, and you've maybe got 2 states over.
Yeah, we could actually fit the entirety of the UK into Texas.
How many UK can fit in the US?
I've just given you the fucking answer, you dick.
Well, you were saying just Texas. She's looking at the whole country.
I'm looking at the whole country.
The UK can fit into Texas. Hey, but this is a true thing. I would totally love to do a road trip. That's the word I was looking for. With the car that does not have a roof and all that kind of shit. I'd totally do that. Hey, we could do this because this would be perfectly cut-free. We'll do a road trip. All of us.
So I Googled that, and you could fit 7 UKs in Alaska, almost 3 in Texas, almost 3 in California, 1.5 in Montana, 1 in New Mexico, 1 in Arizona, 1 in Nevada, Colorado, Wisconsin, Oregon, and 1 in Michigan.
I like it, Google foo.
So one of the things I'm good at here, people say things and I'm like, Google.
I like it, Google.
Yeah, I'm not that fast on the keys.
Okay.
I also often have a problem with search engines.
I have not got my glasses on, but I'm now going to make Pirate Kitty my personal secretary. I like your Google foo.
Yeah.
Good.
So
Yeah.
70. So if you just do the straight up math, 76 UKs could fit in the area of the United States.
Yeah. We are so shit. We are really shit.
I'm not saying that makes you guys shit or anything. I think it's actually interesting that
Oh, we are.
you can literally have like a hotel room in London, drive for 4 hours and see 2-3 different countries, drive for 4 hours and get back to the same hotel room. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I have been on road trips where we just kept going and going and going and going for a few days, and we didn't even make it halfway across the country.
I think this is one of those cultural differences because to you guys, that's like a big deal. You go on a big road trip. To me,
Well,
I hate this fucking country.
when I moved from New York to Upper Michigan, it was a 27-foot U-Haul truck driving for 19 and a half hours nonstop.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah, I went to...
You know, and that was just going from a coastal state to the center of the continent.
Yeah, I have... Now, not all of these are road trips in the sense of what we were talking about, where you get in a car and you drive. Some of these were... I did travel, but it was like a school field trip. But I've been to Kentucky, which don't go there. Kentucky bad. Virginia, DC,
Kentucky bad.
New Orleans. Yeah, I stayed on campus at the University of Kentucky for about a week for Latin Forum because I was a nerd in high school.
But you kind of get what I'm saying, don't you? Because thanks to movies, we're all told that the road trip is a really cool thing to do.
It is. It's fun. It is fun to hop in a car and go somewhere, just especially if you've got kind of an idea of what you want to do, but you haven't really super planned it out. Those are fun. You hop in the car and you're with your friends.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question to the American people?
Mm.
If you start I'm asking all of you this. If you start from A to B, where would A be and where would B be?
If I were to plan a road trip right now?
All of you, where would you go from A to B?
I would go from Atlanta to Michigan.
Is that a good thing? Tell me why. Explain this.
There's a YouTuber that I watch that does snake stuff, and she's opening up her own snake zoo.
Oh, you're into snakes, you weird fuck.
And so she's opening up a zoo, and so I want to take a trip there when it opens.
That's totally not movie. That's not movie sexy. I want movie sex. I want movie sexy. Okay, I'm going to give you a second chance now, Pirate Kitty.
No. Well, for me, the trip I would most want to take is driving up into Canada because I still need to go up and see the Royal Tyrrell Museum.
Why are you all giving me boring answers?
What boring answer?
Well,
it's a kick-ass museum. They have the largest
boring...
collection of mounted dinosaurs anywhere in the world.
Kitty wants to look at snakes.
People? You're asking boring people where they would go on trips.
I
mean, what do you expect? We're all boring.
You're not gonna like I don't think you're gonna like my answer either.
My answer isn't boring if you're intelligent.
I'm in the wrong stream.
Oh no, my second choice would be to go to Philadelphia to see the Mummers Museum.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, I'm gonna try again. Right. Third time lucky.
I'm sorry. If I could afford it, I would ditch having the apartment and I would buy a motorhome and just drive across the country and see how many museums I could hit.
Yay!
You know, that would be my retirement plan.
Oh, this is not going well. Okay, I'll try again. Let's
Oh, that was the
pretend
wrong
this
one.
is. Let's pretend this is not real life, and you can go from A to B with a movie soundtrack playing. It's not real life. You don't have to go to museums.
Okay, well, see, the main thing about the road trip idea is it's supposed to not be about the destination. It's supposed to be about all the
Yeah.
random things you do in between.
And the more
Oh.
random, the better.
Oh, I like that. That's cool. Okay.
Like,
Like
if you
stopping at
happen
some
to
random-
be, like, if you're just, like, going along on your way to something else, and then it's like you see the sign that says biggest ball of yarn. You're supposed to pull over and see the big ball of yarn. You're not going to go see the big ball of yarn, but it's just there along the way, so you go
Yep.
and see it.
Can you just say yarn again, please?
Yarn?
I love you.
Minnesota is home to the world's largest ball of twine.
We used to have there was a place in South
Oh my
Carolina that
gosh.
was called South of the Border. It was this tourist trap along the road, and it was
Oh, I've been there.
yeah, you've been there. It's such a tourist trap.
It is the biggest tourist trap I know of. It's so great.
You know what? I've changed my mind because you people are cool. I was going to say this would be the shittest road trip ever, but I've changed my mind. It would be fucking awesome.
There, is that a better answer for you?
I've not got my glasses on. Read it out.
Doorknobhead said, I've traveled 6 hours, 2 weekends in a row, just to buy hot sauce at a grocery store.
Yeah, no, that would be interesting. Is to just go from like say, southern tip of Florida to Washington State and just stop at every tourist trap along the way just for the shits.
Kitty, what
Yeah.
what vehicle would you use?
I would want a VW camper van.
A big thing.
A big thing. You can fit the driver, a passenger, 3 people in the back, and like 2 people sitting on the floor if they're careful.
Yeah, the VW camper vans weren't really that big. It's only about the size of an average pickup truck.
Yeah.
But it had 2 beds, so no hotel rooms.
The only reason I'm asking is because Doorknob seems to want to come with us. So we're doing quite okay at the moment. I really don't want extra passengers, to be honest. So Purple and Kitty and me and the person that doesn't speak, we're okay.
Well, at one point, I forget what it was. I had this huge Buick from the early 70s.
Oh my gosh, did you?
Yeah, that you could sleep 3 people in the trunk. You know, so I mean, if you want a spacious car, it was wonderful. The downfall to it, of course, is that it could go its own length on a tank of gas.
No,
Well, yeah, that's
yeah.
right. My dad had one of those VW camper vans, and we would go camping. You know, we would go up into the Sierra Nevadas and find camping spots and go camping and fishing up there in this camper van. And yeah, it wasn't huge, but it was enough room for like 5 or 6 people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Our van
So,
comfortably seats 4 and enough of our stuff to get us through a week of traveling and comfortably. Granted, you can't really sleep in it per se if you're going to be traveling for that long, but I mean, it does the job.
I had a Chevy Venture minivan.
I could absolutely, totally. I don't know the vernacular. I would call this a motorhome. I think you would call it a Winnebago, maybe.
Yeah, motorhome, RV, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, that kind of vehicle, I could totally, absolutely, 100% do this to do a road trip with people who were cool.
Yeah. I had a Chevy Venture minivan, and I had actually, made up the plans. I'd actually started working on the shell to do a pop-up tent on the roof of it.
Who would drive our vehicle, Purple?
Certainly not me.
I
Not
think
it.
we have a problem here.
I'm guessing you're
I drive out of necessity. It's not something I like to do.
You're the designated driver, Purple. So, what music should we play?
So the music thing is easy. We get a cell phone, and we each pick one band that is the epitome of the music that we like, and then we just put it on shuffle all, and we just have to suffer through everyone else's music.
You know what?
Okay,
That's probably the most equitable way to handle it.
Kitty,
You know what?
did you see How I Met Your Mother?
No.
Oh, okay. So one of the gags is that one of the main characters,
Don't do it. Don't
his
do it.
car only
Don't do
plays the
Do not do
500
this.
Miles song.
Don't do this.
Yeah, he had a cassette stuck in the stereo that was on a constant loop, and they couldn't get it out.
Oi.
And they also couldn't turn it off. I don't think.
Oi.
I think. Yeah, and it was just like, and so they had this montage thing of where like he starts playing it, and his friend is like, "I don't really like this song." He's like, "Just give it a minute; it'll grow on you." And then you see a few miles down the road, he's like, "I really love this song." And then you see them a few hundred miles more, and they're just
I really hate this
I
song.
fucking hate this song. And then it loops back around to, I like this song again.
Yeah, because that's how we dealt. That's how we dealt with the music issue at my work when we could have a radio. Because it was me. There was a Filipino guy. There was a couple of black guys. There was a couple of punk rock white girls working, and nobody wanted to listen to each other's music. And I was like, do this, okay? Name a band that epitomizes the kind of music you like. You do the same thing, and then when you go into the Pandora, you can put shuffle, and it'll mix music from all 4 or 5 of those channels. You get exposed to some new music that maybe you actually might like.
Yep.
Yeah, except that won't work for me because a lot of my favorite music is not safe for work.
Well, this was a backroom kind of job, so I mean, like in off the sales floor, in the stockroom type stuff.
Mine is safe for work, but I have a very narrowly defined niche of my favorite musicians that most people will not care for too much.
Okay.
Tell me, because I'm curious.
Me too.
Native American Canadian folk singers of the 70s.
Okay, give us a musician and
Well,
a song.
Gordon Lightfoot is the best known one in that category.
So you would have the Gordon Lightfoot channel. Let's look at YouTube.
I don't know. There's shit. I listen to all kinds of odd different music, so hold on.
So I'm listening to a Gordon Lightfoot song called Sundown.
Yep. Yeah, it's one
I
of
don't
the
have a
popular
problem
ones.
with it.
Yeah, well, it's pretty much, it's mellow, laid back stuff.
Oh, I know this guy. I know this song.
Yeah, the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald is his most famous one that most people would recognize.
Purple, I need you to click the thing.
You've been creeping
Oh,
round
you're
my
trying to share
bed.
something? Sorry. It got below
yeah.
the toolbar.
I know Sundown.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I would. I wouldn't want to listen to it constantly, but
this song is the best song in the world. It's the only song I like.
Yeah, this is the scene from How I Met Your Mother.
Been stuck in the player for like 2 years. Better than nothing, though. Maybe. I am so sick of this song. Don't worry, it comes around again. What do you mean? Just to be the man who walks on thousand miles and falls down at your door.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah, I actually do know this song,
Yeah,
Sundown,
totally
and the
nailed it.
wreck of the
Yeah, probably like
Edmund
the best one.
Fitzgerald.
Yeah, when I actually went to listen to Sundown, I was like, oh, okay, I know exactly what this is. And I would not want to listen to it straight for an entire trip, but if it was in the shuffle, I would actually be pretty happy with it.
Okay, Tria,
Yeah.
what would your selection be?
Yeah,
Oh gosh.
we need to hear your selection.
Okay, do you want me to go with like introducing y'all to something that I don't think that you would normally listen to, or do you just want me to go straight up with one of my several favorites?
So it's you have to name a musician in order to create a channel, and that channel is based off of the music that they create. So give us a musician.
I would say the Who, but not the classic rock Who, the HU Mongolian metal.
Oh, this you've got to realize this is a long road trip.
Yeah.
So if you play your cassette all day long, we're gonna kill you.
No.
No, it's not all day long. It's in the shuffle, and also when you put the Who into Pandora, it will also pick things that are similar to it, but not quite. So you might get some Nordic rock as well.
No. Purple, help me here. Help me.
Yeah.
Purple.
When I got a free trial for Pandora, I gave the algorithm headaches because it could not find any pattern to the stuff I picked.
No.
My music stick in the car is extremely eclectic.
All you have is cassette.
Okay, you want to talk
You've got
eclectic?
cassettes. You've got cassettes. That's all you've got.
No.
You've got tapes.
No, we don't do cassettes. We said phone. We agreed to this.
No, hey, I have a shit-ass little car with the most basic option package. It has manual windows and everything. The only good thing is that somebody actually put in a decent stereo that had a USB plug on it.
Okay.
So I can put in a random music stick.
There is no modern technology. There is no USB. There is no GPS. You've got a cassette player.
Okay, if there is no GPS and I am supposed to drive from here to California, we will wind up in Rhode Island.
No, I'll navigate. We'll be fine. I'm actually a good navigator.
I want you
See,
to answer my fucking challenge. You've got no modern technology. What are you going to play?
Ella Fitzgerald.
Yeah, if it's stuck to one, yeah, I'm probably going to wind up with Gordon Lightfoot. If it's,
Ella
one tape,
Fitzgerald.
it's a single artist. Yeah.
You're stuck with Ella Fitzgerald.
And
I think I can deal with that.
Bear in mind this one little sad fact.
Oh, I know who that is.
In our Winnebago, I will be driving. So I'm in charge.
Although I think that you're just chickening out because The Who is really awesome.
Oh,
and there's also Celtic rock. There's Nordic rock. I found a Polynesian rock band. I found an Aboriginal rock band.
Have you seen that? Have you seen the video of the Iranian rock band that?
No.
There's an Iranian rock band, right? And I'll put a link into it. But they had come to the U.S. and they were very much inspired by Metallica, and they got to go backstage, and they're walking by and they get to shake Metallica's hand, and oh fuck, I forgot the name of the guy, the blonde one. Oh, hold on. If I see a picture.
We
Also,
need to.
one
We
of
need
my
to set up a GoFundMe so that we can make this happen.
let's
I
see.
think it might have been Lars. No, it was James Hetfield. He walks by, turns to the guy, reaches over to his buddy, and takes his guitar and puts it in the guy's hand, and the guy is just like shell shocked
fangirling.
as James Hetfield signs the guitar and tells him he has to share it with the rest of the band.
Oh damn! I would be fangirling so fucking hard. I would just be like, what?
Well, here, I don't think that this is copyright. Let me share my screen.
Yeah, give me the name of the band. I try to listen to a bunch of different kinds of music. Hangai from China is one of my favorites.
It's I can't even pronounce it. Can you guys hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down the hall. You want to do it before you go into the room? Okay. You put your hand on that shit? Yeah. Felt good. No! This is the last show. Yeah.
I have no idea what this is.
Take your knuckle on the last show. Yeah, Mark Ryder out in the crowd. You gonna sign it? That's great. Yeah.
You say you gonna sign it?
From Metallica presents to you a guitar.
Literally no idea what this is.
Here you go. This is for you. Whoa. Hold it. Stop. Hold it. Put it in your hands. It's okay. I'll sign it. Can I be the guitarist now?
Oh,
That would be awesome.
yeah.
No, I have no idea what the hell that was.
Oh, poor Tony. You got to share it, though, all right? Yeah. Share the pickups. All right. Welcome to America. All right. There you go, brother. All right.
Make it go away now. Make it go away. Stop it. I've no idea what. To me, this is like watching cricket. I've no idea what the fuck that was.
That was a
Please
band.
don't. I don't want you to explain it to me. I literally do not give a shit. I don't care. It was boring and rubbish. So, anyway, I'm driving. Purple is my co-pilot. You guys
We're lost.
You guys can sit in the back making food.
Wow.
No, I am not making food. We're buying food.
I want burgers.
You
I
can
want
get burgers anywhere.
Yeah, but I want burgers.
Yeah.
You can get them at
Yeah,
McDonald's.
if you're
Burger
driving across
King.
the U.S., there will not be a highway exit that will not have a burger place.
There's
But if we're on a road trip,
no, I cook for a living. If I am getting away from my house, that is my job. I am not doing anything related to my job. I'm not cooking.
Also,
Period.
that is really super sexist right there.
you know what? When the zombie apocalypse happens, you can fuck off. You'll be shit. So get out.
When the zombie apocalypse comes, I'm actually wanted in several different groups because I know how to weave and sew. So I'll be fine.
To weave. You know how to weave?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. I know how to make cloth, and you fuckers are going to need it. I also can knit, and you fuckers are going to need it. I also know how to spin wool. You fuckers are going to need it.
Okay. We'll keep her. Should we vote on this? Should we keep her? I say yeah. We'll keep her.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I've seen the discussions where, like, you watch that the guys who are like, I'm a survivalist and I
Wait a
can't
minute
wait
now.
to go and hunt and blah 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 blah. And you do
Purple.
need that. You do
Purple.
need that, but you also need to be able to clothe yourself and also
Okay,
have somebody who knows how to cook it.
I'm feeling this is a trap because, you know,
It's not a trap.
if we no see if I write off her skills, that's a bad thing. And if I say we're keeping her around to make clothes, that sounds sexist.
Yeah.
It's only sexist if you're forcing me to, and I'm not making that, and I am fully making that choice because that is something that I can see myself doing long term and enjoying.
I'll do.
You're
anything.
not forcing me into that.
I'll do anything.
That's
and
the difference.
What I would suggest is that Purple drives, and Kitty can choose the music.
No.
Yeah, wait. Kitty agreed with me on the Who, and
No,
also
I
suggested
like
to
the Who.
Tari.
And I like
Okay,
George Lightfoot.
Have I, Kitty? Have I introduced you to Misbehaving Maidens yet?
No, but you
Okay.
should.
But see that violates the first rule. The first rule is that the driver picks the music.
Oh, this
Shotgun
is true.
Chats Keiko. But Kitty, the Misbehaving Maidens they're like they do a lot of con songs. They're basically like nerdy girls. They're also LGBTQ+, and the asexual in the band writes all of the body lyrics.
I'm kind of getting bored with the music talk now. I want to get technical. So our vehicle will be sexy, of course, and Purple will be the driver, and Purple will choose the music. That's kind of that's a law. We've got this. What color would our vehicle be?
Don't really care.
Is this really a question?
Yeah.
Are you
it is.
suggesting it could be not purple? Okay, maybe it could be orange. But only
and
only the
orange.
dark burnt orange.
Purple and orange.
Yeah,
because
it can't be
they're
a
both
bright
part of
orange.
your
It's got to
name.
be that dark burnt orange.
Okay.
So, okay, the
All right.
burnt orange with metallic flakes.
Okay, Kitty, I am sending you "Mermaids and Queers," which is one of my all-time favorite songs.
I found Twiddles.
Oh, Twiddles is good. But "Mermaids and Queers" basically is the question of, all right, so you're a mermaid and a siren. You're trying to sing people to their death so that you can eat them. What do you do with all the straight gals and the queers on the boat? And that answers that question.
Purple, you know how people watch your streams after the event?
Yeah.
You're gonna get a lot of viewers for this one. Because we're basically planning stuff. We're planning to go back to the 60s.
Yeah, and I've recently getting into the habit of editing the description for the streams while they're happening. So whenever we have a major topic change, I remember to get it into the description.
Which is like what, every stream?
That's the thing. It happens about 4 or 5 times for each stream, so it's the only way I get a description that actually explains anything we were talking about.
On a Winnebago, I would like Doorknob Head to be sat on the roof playing a violin.
That's oddly specific.
Yeah, well, it's the 60s, man.
I don't know if Doorknob Head plays a violin.
He can fucking well learn then. Lazy twat.
Yeah, no, I'm still with Pirate Kitty having the music.
So you know how there's this thing where they like call people hipsters, like, oh, I liked that before it was cool?
Yeah.
What is the opposite of that, where you like something before it was cool and then it becomes cool and then you're happy because all the other people get to know a cool thing you knew?
I don't know. I do know that there's an aggravation sometimes when I've tried to introduce people to something and then they're like, listen to this cool new thing. And I'm like, I tried to show it to you and you didn't like it. And now you're over here telling me that you found it, which I'm glad you did. But you're trying to act like I didn't like it. And now I'm annoyed. There needs to be a word for that too.
Yeah, I know what you mean there.
Yeah, because I mean, it's one thing if something grows on you. I get that because sometimes, your tastes change. But if you made fun of me for it before and now you like it, then I'm going to have a problem.
I'm kind of switching off now because you're boring me. So the Winnebago, we've got Purple driving, in charge of the music. You two are in charge of the back office. So you're making hot dogs.
No, I'm not cooking.
Yeah, we'll stop for food. We're not going to force anybody to make the food.
Stopping for food. There are tons of places to stop for food.
Dude, it's the 60s. I'm allowed to be sexist. So Doorknob is on the roof playing his violin. And I'll tell you what we'll do. On Route 66, we'll stop every now and again to buy a hot dog.
Hey, Kitty, why don't you and I get our own car?
Yeah, we'll do that. So, hey, have you heard the version of Wolf Totem that the Who did with Jacoby Shaddix from Papa Roach?
No, but did you hear the version that they did of a women's song? I don't remember who it was, but oh man, that was beautiful.
Okay. You two don't have to get your own car. I think we could more easily solve the problem by just tying stool to the back rack.
I'm cool with that.
This conversation is wonderful. It's truly wonderful. I love it when we all go off on tangents.
Don't worry about it, Stool. Once in a while, we might remember to feed you when we stop.
Yeah, but
I won't let you go hungry.
I just wanted. I started this conversation in a very simple way. I wanted to do a road trip, and you dirty perverts have turned it into something weird.
I have actually never been to an actual Waffle House.
I'm sorry, if we're going to be stopping for weird-ass random places, I much prefer Denny's to Waffle House.
I don't want to do anything that's chain. No franchises. Like literally the mom and pop grocery store.
Yeah.
The mom and pop place on the side of the road. Yeah, let's eat.
Yeah,
contribute to the local economy.
Those are cool. Yeah, those are cool. You can find some real treasures doing it that way.
I can go with the mom and pop places. I don't do Denny's.
I'm actually Waffle House
fair.
If it's got to be, because it's a family thing.
I don't know whether or not it's just Jacksonville or not, but I have been to a couple of Waffle Houses and then just been like, no. And I'm not super picky.
Well, they don't seem to have the Waffle Houses in the upper Midwest, so, I guess the closest thing here is IHOP.
IHOP isn't half bad. I think it's a little bit overpriced.
Yeah.
I do enjoy IHOP though for the nostalgia reasons, because we used to go to IHOP at like 3:00 in the morning in college, and my friend Katie and I would drink coffee, and for her it would give her enough focus to come up with brilliant ideas and give me enough energy to be like, yeah, let's do it, with all of our friends being like, no. We're like, come on. go.
Okay, stool has been promoted to hood ornaments.
I'm multitasking. I'm not listening to you guys. I can't remember the name of that song that Lady Gaga sang. What is it? Remind me.
Which
The one-
one?
The one where they do the road thing.
I don't know that much about
I don't
Lady
know. I never
Gaga.
paid any attention to her.
Oh, God, I had no idea. But I'm going to say this. It is very sexy. I just can't fucking... Oh, I've got it. Oh, yes. Oh, it is so sexy. My God, my dick just got hard.
Okay, we've
this
already
lady's
crossed
voice.
the TMI, but
I'm sorry. What were you saying? I was listening to the song of Woman.
No, we don't need a repeat.
yeah, you
We don't
didn't
need a
want to hear
repeat.
it, so
No, you're good, Kitty. You're good.
Oh, apparently she's done something with Lindsay Sterling too.
Oh, I wish Lindsay Sterling
Don't you just
wasn't
love
devout
it
Mormon.
when...
Huh? Oh,
Do you
she
not
is?
just love it?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
she's
tangent.
super devout Mormon. So it's like, on the one hand, it's like she's right up my alley. I kind of like the kind of music that she would do. She's super talented, but I won't watch it because even if I go to YouTube to watch anything, there's going to be advertisements, and I refuse to have anything give her a single red cent knowingly. If I unknowingly do it, it's one thing, but...
I've got Chrome with a serious ad blocker. I virtually never see any ads.
Which one? Because I've got ad block. I do Chrome and I've got ad block, and for some reason with some stuff, like recently the videos will start and there'll be like a white screen that's black that says, skip ad, but there's no ad playing, but I'm still getting the ad like pause.
I do.
Yeah, ad blocker used to be good in the day, but it's not nearly as good as it used to be.
Are you talking about YouTube?
Yeah.
I don't see ads.
It may be a more updated version because I'm running with AdBlock Plus. And yeah, I haven't experienced any problems with it for months.
I might need to go ahead and put that on, although I would still probably avoid her music because, just like I said, she is progressive, but she's definitely faithful, and I know she's paying tithe. And
yeah,
like I said, there's times where I can't avoid it, but if I can't, but if I know, it makes it incredibly difficult. It's for the same reason why I have trouble with Dan Reynolds, is I don't know if he's paying tithe or not. And I know he makes more money for the LGBTQ plus community than he probably pays tithe for. And I don't even know if he still pays tithe, but I find it kind of fishy that the Mormon church has let him get away with as much as they have. So I don't entirely trust that situation.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty hard one to call.
Perfect.
If you're supporting one
I could just
community
be,
you're in and undermining another.
Yeah, and I could just be reading too much into it. They just might not want to deal with the fallout, but I don't know for sure, so I can't take that chance. Yes, I have said yarn a couple of times in front of stool.
Yeah. Purple, I need you to share my screen. I will do it for 3 seconds because I don't want to break copyright law, but this is basically how this conversation started, which is kind of cool because we've gone on so many fucking tangents on this chat, which is fucking awesome, by the way. And I do find it really fucking hilarious. I really do. Tangents. I love tangents.
Not really hearing it.
You got to turn up all of your sounds. Ooh. Who'd we lose? Tria.
Oh, I fucked up.
Yeah, we
Again.
can't really hear the music at all. Although I'm sure YouTube will still pick it up for a copyright strike.
Yay! There's a little thing that you have to click, and if you don't click it, nobody hears.
Yeah, when you go into share screen, there's a little box you have to click for share audio.
But anywho, this brings us back 180 to my original point, which was road trip. And then you people all went weird and dirty and perverted.
Where did Tria go? Did she have to go, or did she just...
She just dropped out. I don't know what happened. She didn't say anything, so I was assuming she was going to be back in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's the kind of thing like something got unplugged or her battery went dead.
I kind of want to do this. Back to the original point, I really do want to do this. I want to do a road trip in your stupid country.
I find it interesting you're complaining about us
red
getting
car.
perverts when half the people in here are ace. I don't know, for some reason that just struck me as amusing.
We've all got our little dreams. That's what I kind of want to do.
Doorknob head, I don't get where that's coming from about Lady Gaga.
Is he being rude?
He made a strange joke about Lady Gaga that I'm feeling, am I like lacking the context to understand this or what? But
Yeah, therapy. Thank you. Yeah. That's the kind of therapy I would enjoy. I'm totally up for that.
okay. Yeah. The other thing is I think that we're probably not as big on road trips because I think we're all more the kind of people who would rather stay at home. Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
You've been a...
Oh. Okay.
Okay. We had some sound there that time.
Yeah, I was queuing up. I'm basically wanking to this. I'm not. I'm lying. This is one of those things. You know how you get images or stereotypes in your head?
Yeah.
And this is kind of a stereotype for me because you guys live in that country, so getting in a car and driving from A to B is not a big deal to you. But thanks to the movies, we all want to do the road trip.
Well, no, I think for most people it is. I think it's just you happen to have the wrong group of people because we'd rather stay at home and none of us like driving.
It's nice to dream, though.
Yeah. But yeah, the essence of a road trip is
really
just the random things along the way. If you plan it out very much, it just doesn't have the same flavor.
Yeah, but you're allowed to have little dreams.
Yeah, there's definitely a few holidays I'd like to take if I could afford to, and
it's
just
like
because
you
of
guys
that will probably never happen.
You guys want to go and see London and all that shit. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, everybody would like to go and, see some foreign countries. If it's the stuff that's around you all day, it's no big deal.
Why is Kitty gone quiet? Have I broken Kitty? Have I broken you?
No, she's busy fishing.
No, I was looking at something.
Okay, well, yeah. That's so rude. Americans are so rude.
Well, yeah, we have to make up for the Canadians. Okay. Amiga, I wouldn't have thought that a motorcycle would be better on your back than a car. I guess it's the position. I guess on a motorcycle you're more upright, but it seems a motorcycle you take more bumps from the road. And Tria has not come back yet.
Don't know.
Yeah, I was looking, but I don't. Yeah, she didn't put anything on Twitter either, so
Your audio is
I don't know where she went.
Purple, your audio is sounding a lot better than usual.
Oh, well, thanks. I don't really know what's different, other than maybe some fractional difference in the position of my mic.
You've done something very good. You sound very...
Oh, actually, I've got the windows closed and the air conditioner on, so you don't have all the background noise you'd usually have. Usually I got the window open and the fan running.
So, how many people are watching this now? Oh, nobody, because you're not live.
What's it say right now? YouTube says there's currently 9 people watching.
Oh, okay, you are live. Oh, damn.
I had to reload the page because I'd been editing the description.
I should put my hat on.
Now, she said something in chat a minute ago. I love the theories on what took me out. Well.
Okay. So why don't you tell us, Trio, what's going on?
Comcast being a butt. It's probably Comcast being a butt munch.
Okay, yeah. Amiga says he lays down on the tank. Yeah, I've only ridden a motorcycle a couple of times. There she is.
Yay!
Comcast decided, I'm guessing Comcast decided, hey, it's like 3:30, nobody's up, nobody's gonna mind if we send an update, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have thought of that. I've run into that a couple of times when they go into maintenance mode in the middle of what you're doing.
Yeah, especially because, like, it is 3:30 and most people are asleep. I do enjoy that everybody is just, like, coming up with theories of what happened to me. I walked right back in as you were sharing the try got taken out by a hurricane or a tornado. There are no hurricanes right now that are anywhere near me. I've been watching.
Are you safe?
Yeah, I'm safe.
Can I take this off?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think the hat would protect you from a hurricane.
No, I just saw something. And, I've been really against the live action remakes that they've been doing of the Disney movies, mostly because none of them have actually been live action. But
yeah,
the remake of Mulan actually looks interesting.
Oh, okay.
I watched the one in Beauty and the Beast with Sloth Girl for the first time last week.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously?
It was actually better than I had expected.
it wasn't bad. I just wish that they had picked somebody who could actually sing, because as much as I enjoy Emma Watson, you could tell that they had to do a lot of work with her voice. And they really should have picked somebody who could sing, or done what they've done in other movies where they've done voiceovers.
Yeah, well, and that's the common thing with most Disney movies, that you'll have a different person singing than doing the dialogue.
And they're good enough that they could have done a voiceover very easily and had Emma just mouth it and lip sync it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's good enough of an actress to be able to do that, and they have enough money to do the technical things to make it pretty seamless.
But like this live action remake of Lady and the Tramp, Dumbo and the Lion King, it's not a live action remake. It's just more animation.
Yeah, it's just CGI animation, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
Now the Jungle Book.
I'm getting a bit pissed off now because
we care why?
Yeah, fuck you. One of the fans has asked if I can wear my tea towel. I can't actually do that at the moment, Native. So what I will do for you, I'm going to put on, just for you, side chat person, I'm going to put my Dougal on my head, okay? That's just for you.
Is this because you haven't had enough to drink to use the lampshade?
You know what? You people are so bad at looking after the side chat people, so...
No, I know. I saw the thing about the tea towel in the side chat.
I'm just doing my thing. Hey, look at this.
But the thing is, people say that people want to say that Beauty and the Beast was the first one, but if you think about it, they actually did the 101 Dalmatians movies in the late 90s, early 2000s.
I'll tell you something.
And Jungle Book has actually had several live action ones too.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, there's Alice in Wonderland.
Jungle Book's been done 5 times by Disney now.
Well, I know of at least 2 live actions of Jungle Book that Disney did not do. They were done by other studios.
So there was the what was this one? The 2016 version. And then there was one that was done after there.
Can I speak now, please?
No.
I'm wondering about the cozy animal hats for the road trip,
2016.
and my first reaction is, are you talking about us wearing roadkill?
Yeah. Well, here's the funny thing, Doorknob. This is actually called a dead cat. That's a real thing. This is a dead cat or a dead rodent. If you stroke it, and I wish you could actually stroke this, it's lovely. It is roadkill. Stroke it and you will understand why. That's actually a technical term for what I'm holding now. It's called a dead cat. I'm not making this up. That's true.
I will believe that. I will also acknowledge that you are probably the resident expert on stroking.
Well, that's also true, yeah. I did not make that up. It's called a dead cat. Not making this shit up. You know, I'm just killing the hours away until the burger shop opens.
Okay, this sounds impressive. Playing a guitar while riding a motorcycle, I would like to see that.
Okay, so Disney has done 1,
always goes
2,
back. Would you like
3,
to see inside?
4 versions of the Jungle Book.
Jeez.
Plus a sequel.
I'm going to put it back into its house now, okay?
Yep. Yeah, the only Disney Jungle Book I really remember was the animated one that was done in like 68 or 69.
Yeah.
Do you know how much of the animation was reused in those, though? That's so funny, though.
Yeah.
Like, if you watch, like, it's if you remember it, and have you seen, like, Purple? Have you seen the Robin Hood version, the Disney Robin Hood?
Yeah.
Now, think about the scene where Baloo is dancing with King Louie during that song. It's the exact same animations used in the Robin Hood when Little John is dancing with Maid Marian's nurse.
Yeah, I saw a comparison showing that most of the scenes of the dancing in Beauty and the Beast were taken from Cinderella.
Mm-hmm. And the dancing of
Frodo and the lady in the Aristocats, that's the same face. They used the same, or not Frodo. Oh God, what was in Hunchback of Notre Dame, the pastor's, the preacher's name?
Frollo.
Yeah, Frollo and the lady in Aristocats are the same face. They just feminized it with different hairstyle and different clothing.
Maid Marian's dance scene is the same one that was used by Snow White. And then, like, Baloo and Little John are basically the same character.
Okay, Stu, are you stroking your mic?
Sorry?
I was
What?
wondering if you were like stroking your mic. We were having what sounded like somebody doing obscenely heavy breathing or something.
I deny everything.
That's a good position to take.
And then a lot of the animals, actually the animals in Bedknobs and Broomsticks, I think, are very, very similar to the animations for Robin Hood as well, if I'm remembering right. But that one, I'm surprised by a lot of people who haven't seen Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Oh, I've seen
I
that one a
actually love
couple of
that
times.
one.
I'm the king of the swingers. Oh, the
The
I was
jungle.
about to say, you might want to mute
Mute
that,
that.
because
I
Disney
Yeah.
reached the
is
top and had to stop
Disney's
and pat-
really big about
Yeah,
if you have anything.
yeah. Disney is brutal about it.
Yeah. Was kind of hoping COVID would take them out,
Here.
to be honest.
Let me share mine. I'll mute it. Wrong screen.
I love Bedknobs and Broomsticks, though. It's my favorite Disney movie.
Wrong screen. Yeah, but Baloo and Little John are like
They're also voiced by the same actor as well.
oh really?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely they're voiced by the same actor. He also voiced O'Malley in the Aristocats.
Mm-hmm.
Was that John Cummings or?
No. I don't think that's John Cummings.
Yeah, I'd have
I
to
might
look
be
it up.
wrong. I could be wrong. John Cummings did a lot of the...
Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong spot.
No, it was Phil Harris. Phil Harris did Baloo.
Okay.
I mean, I can't say that I really blame them.
Well,
This
no,
one's
Yeah.
probably more. This is probably more audio than anything with the way they talk. But
yeah. Well, when they were having to, draw the cell
draw
animation,
everything.
it was very, very time consuming and very expensive.
Well, what I understand that they did was they basically just took the old cells and drew new like put them down and redrew them for the new characters.
Hey,
Yeah,
I've just
basically they traced over the cells because, again,
Mhm.
if they're tracing
just
over them,
had a-
it doesn't require such a skilled artist. They can get, cheaper people to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I've just had a really wacky idea.
Mm-hmm.
How you can sing this song without breaking copyright laws. Fuck off, Donab.
No, he's right.
Yeah, but
Disney is the
I
evil
know-
empire.
I know how to break this rule.
How's that?
If you want to sing along, you can do. Gonna have to make you share my screen when I've got it sorted, because I'm a dick and I'm really stupid. You cannot get copyright stricken for this, fucker.
Oh,
you still
Disney will
have that
find a
other
way to
one?
do it.
Did you still have that other one, or did you clip that part and get it taken down?
The
Okay.
copyright strike.
Yeah, or do you still have
they put
it?
the video back up. It still has the copyright strike on it, but they put the video back up so people can see it. It just means I can't get anything for it, which
You
I'll
never
never
did.
demonetized anyway, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, time to
Yay,
go.
Dave's here.
Oh,
Hey,
Dave's here,
Dave.
time to go. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Dave, you
actually, I
lazy-
was thinking I should wind this up soon just before he came in.
He's such a lazy fucker. He
Okay,
really
Stool,
is.
what do you got for us here?
I think we should sing this song because we cannot get in trouble for doing this. We literally cannot get in trouble for doing this.
Well, I don't know
But-
which song you've got there.
but we have to sing along. It's a shame that Dave has turned up at this unfortunate moment, because you remember we were talking about our road trip and the music that we would play and listen to. I feel bad now Dave's turned up. I
Oh,
feel
and
embarrassed.
Spooky's back. I'd wondered why we hadn't seen you around.
So, here we go. I need you all to sing along.
Well, I
With
don't
your
even know what
voices.
song you're talking about.
It looks like I Want to Be Like You.
I don't sing.
The wonderful world of Ernie.
Oh, he found a parody.
Now I'm the king of the swingers, oh, the jungle VIP.
I've reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's bothering me.
I want to be a man.
Okay.
Okay.
And be just like the other men. I'm tired of walking around.
Oh, shooby-doo.
I want to be like you. I want to walk like you. Talk like you. You see it's true.
I wonder what this is from. They really went all out for the set.
It's Morecambe and Wise.
I think you should probably stop it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it sounds too close to the original.
Yep.
There's not enough of a
Yeah.
change.
Okay.
You're totally,
Speaking
You're
of
absolutely-
speaking of
you're-
Disney,
you're totally fine with that one. Trust me. Trust me on this one. I'm the copyright king, I know.
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That
like
about
that.
sums it up. That about sums it up. Unfortunately,
I feel kind of undressed now that Dave's here. Should I put my special hat on?
sure, why not? Night.
Probably should make an effort.
Night Mystery. Where- but yes, Disney is evil. Disney has been going around like pulling copyright strikes on everybody.
Yep.
No matter whether or not like they showed like 2 or 3 seconds. And also they're opening up their parks this week, and I am not happy about that because people need to stay their asses home and not be in amusement parks.
There was one thing they did kind of clever. Is apparently at the first resort that Disney reopened, they have stormtroopers running around to enforce the social distancing policies.
That's only going to work for so long.
Yeah, no, I don't think it'll be effective. I just said it was kind of clever
Mm.
that they were at least keeping it in their theme.
Yeah, the thing is that they can keep the social distancing, but how are they going to sanitize the rides in between riders?
Yep.
Is
Yeah,
my
no,
question. There's no way to do that.
Yeah, no, I don't see the theme parks definitely should not be. It's not. It doesn't make sense for them to try and be reopening them.
No, it's not
But-
essential. And while Florida does depend a lot on tourism money, we could theoretically dump our money into other places and keep things going for a while. It's just nobody wants to.
I'm slightly confused because we were talking about Winnebagos and our road trip, and now Dave has turned up, and now I'm kind of a bouncy ball. It's gone weird.
Doorknob. Do not make me come over there. Nacho went to the hospital and he's fine now. Do not make me come figure out where you are and come kick your ass.
Yeah, no, don't start spreading those sort of rumors. We were all quite worried about Nacho for a while there.
Yeah.
So it's just
Nacho did have a time of it.
Yeah, it's just lucky that Navardia was there to actually, take care of him and get him to the hospital. I can't imagine if he had been in the same situation, like a year ago before he was with her.
Oof. Yeah.
Because, it just doesn't seem that we could expect as much out of his family.
I didn't know his family situation. I know that Jehovah's Witnesses do believe in some medicine, but I also don't know, like I said, I don't know his full family situation.
Yeah.
At all.
Well, I know that they won't approve of blood transfusions. I don't know where the cutoff line is before that.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't really know much about the Jehovah's Witnesses except for the few things where Nacha and I have compared some notes.
Don't remind me. Is he physically in, mentally out, or is he all the way out? As far as he knows, I can't remember.
He has to pretend from time to time to be in the church still, because he lives with his family.
Yeah, he has to keep up appearances so he doesn't get booted out by his family.
Because it's not in Jehovah's Witness. If you leave, you're dead to that person. You're dead to anybody who's in Jehovah's Witness.
Shunning.
Yeah,
I call it shunning.
Yeah.
Hi, Art and Native Atheist. Yeah, so far it's nothing to do with the corona.
Yeah, they almost have no cases right now, as far as I know.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well over in Australia. They've been keeping social distancing and not being stupid. It's basically been the United States and the UK, or pretty much everybody else is behaving.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing worse than the UK. I will fully admit that.
Yeah, the US was the last one to implement anything and are trying to be the first ones to relax it.
You seem to be getting viewers, Purple.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. I've no idea.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Did we say some? I don't know. I thought the Winnebago conversation was fun, but hey ho.
Who are you calling a hoe?
Yeah, I got lucky with my family. They know I'm not Mormon. They're not happy about it, but I don't have to deal with shutting so much as passive aggressiveness and resentment from time to time. But yeah, I hope Nacho gets his brother out.
Yeah.
I have hopes to get my little sister out someday.
Yeah, no, his brother is still in the church.
And I believe his mom is?
Yeah,
and his dad is mentally out. I don't know if he's out or just mentally out. But yeah.
Yeah, I can't get that. I can't get, how the churches can even pretend to, be a basis for ethics when they'll split up families like that.
I don't know either, because the Mormon Church isn't as bad, but it does do similar things.
I mean, I get the premise in a way, but I don't think it's. I think it's a shitty.
Yeah.
You know, like if you believe that, if you truly believe that you have the truth, and they've rejected that, you know,
Yeah.
the most important thing to you would be to bring them back, and if ignoring them and you know, can get them to come back, which is like, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
It works for some people. They've actually shown that people who get excommunicated from the Mormon Church who still believe are actually very likely to go back once their punishment time is over.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty much, it depends on you wanting to keep contact with your family and wanting to keep your family ties. And most people will try to keep them no matter what. And these churches will play off of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've tried telling my dad that he's not going to see me in the afterlife, and he's pretty much said to them, bullshit. She's doing what she thinks is right. She has a reason for it. She's made her reasons known. I don't believe in a God that would punish her for, you know, following a moral compass that doesn't seem that far off from the church. I mean, and there's some areas where I disagree, but some of the biggest ones, I actually agree with the premise. It's just they don't practice what they preach, and then they abuse you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I know I really can't even connect with the idea of it. It's like I can do an intellectual exercise, but I've spent most of my adult life trying to distance myself from my family as it is.
I kind of understand that to a degree, because as close as I am to my dad and my sister, the rest of and my grandmother, the rest of the family can kind of fuck off at this point.
Yeah.
Well,
and for me, the religion never really got to be a big issue with it, but there's so many other things I feel my family's been in denial about.
With me, religion plays a part. A lot of them being Trumpers plays a part. A lot of them, for a lot of them, they have an image of me that they like, but it's not actually me.
Now there's where we hit it.
Yeah.
That's my biggest problem, is that my family has an image of me that I have no interest in being.
Yeah, and that's not the biggest reason for me, but it is one in a big pile. Like, for me, it's not any one big thing. It's a bunch of little things that are just like, if it was just one of these, I might be able to, like, try, but you've got this big pile of bull over here that you want me to sort through, and I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
And honestly, there are moments where I think my dad has an image of me that is not actually me, and that has caused a lot of strain recently. It's getting better after our one conversation the other day. But it is hard to be an atheist and an ex-Mormon in a very, very Mormon house.
Yeah. You see, I've got one brother who is like ultra religious, but you know, for the most part, the religion was not a real strong thing on my family.
Most of my family is not Mormon. and actually I do like my Aunt Kayla despite the fact that she's not Mormon. The reason why we're not close is not necessarily because of anything bad per se. It's just you'll call her and she'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'll call you." She'll text you and be like, "I'll call you right back." And then 6 months later, you'll call her and she'll be like, "Yeah, I'll just text you right back." And you just do this in an endless loop until she calls you on your birthday.
Sounds like a bit of a space case.
Yeah, she is a bit of a space case. She's very, very lovely. She's too good for the Mormon Church, but the thing is that most of my family on my dad's side is like super conservative religious, and that combination I struggled with so much.
Do you think I should get cheese on my burger?
If you want.
I think I should get cheese.
Okay, I think that was a bad time to cut in on Tria, though.
It's fine. But yeah.
I kind of do want cheese on my burger.
Get the friggin' cheese. I recommend the mushroom and Swiss burger.
Not the mushrooms, no.
Yes, mushrooms.
Mushrooms are the best.
You're outvoted 3-1.
Mushroom and Swiss with A1 sauce.
You dirty, dirty perverts. I'm not going to get mushrooms. You people are sick. That is so sick. I will not.
I'm not sure about the A1 sauce, though.
With the mushroom and Swiss, you have to. That's the only burger you need the A1 sauce on.
I don't know what A1 sauce even means. I'm British.
It's a steak sauce.
Okay.
It's a dark brown steak sauce.
I need help from side chat on this one.
Oh, no. We're not doing American cheese. American cheese. No. That's not real cheese.
Well, there is real American cheese. Now, like the Kraft singles are not cheese, not even related to cheese. But there is some, good, like, Wisconsin American cheese.
Okay, I will take your word for that, and I will try it at some point, but I don't really do American cheese.
Okay, I don't know if you ever see it down by you, but look for, like, the Bongards brand is a good one.
Okay. I like most kinds of cheese, but for some reason American just no.
I will do a vote on this because Doorknob says I need to get cheese.
Yes, but get yourself a sharp Swiss or a sharp cheddar rather.
I don't know what these words mean. I'm British, you American person.
You don't know what cheddar cheese is?
You're missing out.
Okay.
I know what it is, but I'm going for a burger for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I'm not going to France. I'm not going to France. I'm going for a burger.
Oh, you know what's good on burgers as well? Munster.
Dave will help me because he's very cultured.
Dave just told you not to ruin the burger with cheese.
Dave doesn't like cheese.
Also,
I kind of take Dave's opinions on these matters. Dave, what do you reckon? I want a burger. My burger must be very big. It must be hefty. But I do want some melted cheese.
No, and Doorknob is wrong. French fries go on the side. You do not put them on the burger.
This is true, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to...
Okay. The Land O'Lakes White American's good too.
You know what? You're American. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Dave, what do I do? Help me out. I kind of want melted cheese on top of my big burgers.
Oh, you know what's also good? Pepper
Okay.
Jack.
Pirate Kitty, were you saying you have to go?
No. I wanted to show something. I just figured out
okay.
what tab to go on to.
Oh, bacon. Oh my gosh. Purple, can you highlight that on your screen, please? What
So
Dave
wait,
just said.
okay, bacon and pineapple actually sounds good on a burger.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Deep frying a burger?
Kind of.
Oh. Oh, yes.
Okay, that much grease would not agree with my stomach at all.
It's not.
No.
Yeah, it's a little bit greasy, but it looks so
A
good.
little bit?
Yeah.
That's like soup.
Yeah, if you've got the grease dripping off of it, then I just can't.
Okay, let me see that.
Yeah,
real quick.
no. Okay, like. All
This
right,
is
so
a
we're
big
talking
deal.
about bacon and pineapple. What condiment do y'all use on your
Okay,
burger for
the
that?
bacon, yes. No, the pineapple does not go on a burger either.
I'm sorry, but I'm trying it. I just.
Oh, I want that. I want that so much.
Blue cheese and bacon on a medium burger. Don't cut the fat. Ooh.
Hey, the fun thing
Oh.
is, the burger shop, looking at my clock, is now open.
Okay, doorknob head, that is especially gross. I couldn't hand the grease to begin with. If you let the grease get cold and harden, no.
What do you think about bacon, Dave? Do you think bacon with a burger is a yay or a nay?
Of course, bacon. I mean, you know, it's really difficult to come up with things that bacon is not good with.
I know, it's very difficult.
So is this more your style than Purple? He's still
Yep.
got all the cheese, but he's frying. He's frying it on a.
Yep, on the
Okay.
grill.
I've got the thumbs up from Dave, so.
I love this channel. It's called Gaga Foods. He does all it is like, it makes your mouth drool if you're into meat. That is.
Nah, sounds like one sloth girl would like.
That's what she said.
She likes watching all sorts of cooking things.
Let me see. He does weird things, like he did one where he did a peanut butter dry aged steak. Oh, right here.
Oh,
They
I just looked
basically-
up a recipe. That looks good, except for the mayo. I don't like mayo at all.
He takes a steak and does a normal dry age, and then
This is
wraps it
porn.
in peanut butter.
This is total porn.
Well, it was something someone had suggested to him, because he does other things, like he dry aged a steak in butter, and that's basically you like make butter,
Mm-hmm.
and then you wrap it in the steak. Because when
Can you just say that again, please? Can you just say the B word again, please?
butter.
Oh my gosh.
So dry aging, they just take a steak, they put it in like a plastic bag, but it's more than a plastic bag. They suck all the air out of it, and then they let it sit in the refrigerator for like 35 days. And then when they take it out, they cut off all the dried meat, and the flavor has condensed into the meat. So something that someone had suggested that he do is dry age it in butter, and then you dry age it in peanut butter. And what that does is it keeps the outside of the steak from drying out. And see, like, so he wraps it up in butter. He made the butter. And then he takes the meat.
I'm getting so horny right now.
And there's regular dry aging. See, it takes it wraps the meat.
Yeah, I understand the dry aging thing.
Mm-hmm. And I might be
Pineapple is not bad.
Pineapple in itself is not bad.
Yeah, I think the mistake that he made is that he should have cooked the steaks in the butter. He shouldn't have just thrown the butter away.
Yeah, I should have kept the butter wrapped around them as they cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would think that would probably keep them juicier.
Looks like Durin wrapped in butter. But yeah, I just love watching them cook things. And then I'm like, I want a good steak, but I can't afford
There
one.
you go. Bacon cheeseburger.
Where?
It would be hard to mess that up.
I want to try the Hawaiian burger with pineapples.
Okay.
I saw a few recipes. They were good. I want to try it.
Well, you know what I want to try? I heard something. Let me see.
Okay, the Hawaiian burger, it would depend what else it goes on it. I suppose that the pineapple on a burger
I'm really struggling
could
with
work.
this. I'm struggling. This is like major porn. I would be okay if you talked about it, but you're showing me the pictures. And
okay, so what I saw, Purple,
I'm getting
was
totally aroused.
What I saw,
Literally,
Purple, was a.
I'm putting my shoes on and I'm going to the shop.
Okay.
Because I'm so fucking aroused right now.
But
okay.
The recipe, what I had actually seen was a recipe. It was a pizza in a pineapple boat. So you take the pineapple, you empty it out, and then you fill it with cheese and your pizza toppings and chunks of pineapple, and then throw it in the oven and bake it in there.
No.
Okay, so
if you like pizza on pineapple, I realize it's still experimental, but you really have to submit to the procedure to try and have the control chip removed.
No. This isn't but see, that's the thing. This isn't pineapple on pizza.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you're just inverting it. It's still a problem. You're just inverting it. It's still a problem. When the pineapple rolled over and touched the pizza box, I had to take a pull to see if I could actually save one of them or if I just had to burn the house down.
Okay, so I want to try one of these Hawaiian burgers because I was looking them up and they're actually pretty good.
Don't show the picture. Please don't show the picture. Please do not show the picture.
So wait, you got to find the one I was looking for because it originally said mayo, but I don't really like mayo all that much.
I kind of like it when you talk about it.
Okay.
But don't
the
show
pineapple
me the
and ham. Okay, I could see that working.
Okay, so for the burger, it's got mayonnaise, teriyaki sauce, honey, cayenne pepper, grilled pineapple, beef. And I know this sounds odd, but I have had cheese with teriyaki sauce. It does work if you get a light cheese. And it says 4 slices provolone cheese.
Am I actually paying to listen to
and
this?
And onion.
No, you're not paying.
This is like sex talk.
Okay, and Dave, you're kind of right.
Okay, I would not use mayo because I don't like the taste nor the texture of mayo. But if you get a super light yogurt, that actually works a lot better. You don't get the sugary ones. You don't get like the super Americanized ones. You get one of the Greek ones, and it's got a light cheesy flavor. And you can use that instead of mayonnaise.
Well, I would not use actual mayonnaise. I do like Miracle Whip. Which I think
don't
to
like
the Brits,
either.
I think to the Brits that would be referred to as salad cream.
Yes, I mean, Doorknob, have you ever had like? It's just Thousand Island dressing, basically. But most places you go to, they'll put ketchup, mayo, and mustard on a burger. You mix the ketchup and the mayo together, and that's just one shot.
Well, and you've got to have dill pickles on it.
I can't cope with this. This is literally porn.
That's right. I hate people that try and put sweet pickles with anything, really.
Yeah, I love sweet pickles, but I don't like eating them on something. I like eating them separately.
They are a French feature.
Yeah, well, I don't understand why it is so hard to find dill pickle relish, that all the relishes are all sweet pickle.
I have the opposite problem. Is like I like the sweet relish for my hot dogs, but you have to consider that I don't put ketchup on my hot dogs. I hate ketchup. And I usually go for like a really spicy brown mustard.
Okay, so you like the classic Chicago hot dogs.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we used to do at my family is now you have to like dill pickles and you have to like mustard for this. But what we would do is we would get pickles, regular dill pickles, and we would put them in a food processor, crunch them up and make a homemade relish, and then mix it with mustard. And it was basically like a mustard relish. And
I would actually like that for my hamburgers, to be honest.
And we would get like the big old like bratwurst hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And we would cook those up and put that on them.
Ooh, that sounds so good. Except, is bratwurst one of the... I'm not sure if I can eat bratwurst. I can't remember.
I think I'm the only person in this room who's really turned on right now.
I'm not turned on. I'm hungry, though.
Dave, give us your input on this matter, because you're a dirty pervert.
But I think... Is it bratwurst? I don't know. I guess I'll have to try bratwurst and see if I want to rip my mouth out
What's it about the thing you don't like?
I'm allergic to certain kinds of sausages.
Is it just me?
I cannot eat hot dogs.
I'm having a real problem
beef.
with this. I've got a real problem because I didn't realise that this was a thing. But ladies talking about food is having a real fucking lockdown. Okay, don't blame me, but carry on.
Get it under control.
What were you saying, Tria?
Yeah, is it some kind of seasoning in the sausages?
I don't know. I'm assuming that it's got to be seasoning because I don't have a lot of allergies and I'm not allergic to every kind of sausage. I can't eat certain brands of hot dogs and I can't eat ones that aren't labeled as all beef. I struggle with kielbasa. Certain like chicken kielbasa I'm fine with, but like the pork ones kind of get to me. It's been a while. I think bratwurst is one of the ones that I can't have. But basically what happens is if I eat it, my mouth will get like super itchy, and depending on how allergic I am to it, it gets so itchy I want to rip my mouth out.
Ooh, not fun.
Yeah, I know I'm slightly allergic to pepperoni as well, but it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And usually if I just pick the pepperoni off and like, for say like pizza, if I just pick the pepperoni off or I only eat like one or two, it's not bad.
That would be fun. I could actually get a pizza rather than a burger. That would be fun. I don't like making decisions.
Doorknob head. Yeah, it's odd because that's basically the only thing that happens. I get no other allergic reactions. It just makes my tongue and the roof of my mouth very itchy. And because it's not a place I can really scratch.
I can see that would drive you crazy.
Yeah, and it stays for a while too. Like, generally my mouth is itchy for about 5 or 6 hours after I have an allergic reaction.
Yeah.
And water doesn't really help.
And it must be especially dicey with sausage because they usually don't tell you what they're putting in them.
Yeah, I just avoid sausage. It's not really all that hard, to be honest, for the most part. I just, I only eat sausage at home when I know what kind of sausage I'm getting. And most people...
I can't stop doing this. I need food.
Okay, well, it should be about time for your shops to be opening up, isn't it?
I think so.
It's
I
4 in the
hope
morning here.
so.
Yep. Well, I'm thinking it must be after 9 for Stool now.
Yeah, but you guys have so excited me. I don't know what to do now. I wanted to get the usual kind of big sexy burger, but somebody mentioned pizza.
So get a cheeseburger pizza.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Just
basically a
depends
burger with pizza sauce and cheese on it.
Or no, I mean it's a pizza with cheeseburgers and ground beef.
Oh, okay. The other way around. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but instead of the usual mozzarella, they often use cheddar instead.
Yep.
One of my favorite pizzas is a buffalo pizza.
What is a buffalo pizza?
Chicken. It's buffalo chicken, which is like the chicken with Tabasco sauce and other things. And I can't remember which sauce they use. I don't think they use regular marinara sauce. I think they use something else, like a white sauce.
Well,
And
it's not like,
that's
yeah.
on a pizza.
Yeah, it is.
Oh God. Oh my God.
I'm slightly more adventurous than most people when it comes to food. And I say slightly because there are times where I look over at people and I'm like, no, I know there's a line. That's my line right there. But I'm actually willing to try a lot more than some people are.
Yeah.
My thing is, if you want me to try something super weird, don't tell me. Just give it to me. Tell me after I've eaten it.
Totally clip that audio.
Well, no, I mean, like, haven't you ever seen the I mean, you guys are familiar with the old TV show Perfect Strangers, right?
Not really.
We're not allowed to be adventurous because we're in the UK.
Perfect Strangers was a story set, I think it was set in like Chicago, and it was about this guy, and his family was from some middle Eastern European country, and his cousin came to the United States to live with him, and he brought along a lot of his odd Eastern European foods, and he would make up all these food things and give them to people, and they'd be sitting there eating it and be like, oh wow, this is great, this is delicious, and then he'd be like, oh, it's pig snout in guts, intestines. And they'd all go like, ugh, like spit it out and run to the bathroom like they were being sick. And I just like, you're already eating it, and it tastes good. What does it matter where it actually was from? Unless you have food allergies.
My friend in California, they often use beef tongue as their ground beef, and it's slightly cheaper than regular ground beef. It's got damn near about the same texture when you're done. Mm-hmm. If you can tell the texture, you're one of those hyper taster type peoples. And I told, and she was like, "Do you have a problem with it?" And I said, "No, I just don't want to know what it looks like before you've ground it up." Because sometimes you would buy it pre-ground because, again, cheaper. And I was like, I don't want to know what it looks like before you've ground it up, but once you've ground it up, it looks just like regular ground beef, right? She goes, yeah. So, cool. I don't have a problem with that. Just I don't want to see the tongue before you've done it.
Well, that's the thing. When it comes to tongue, even before it's ground up, it just looks like a chunk of meat. If what you don't want to see is you don't want to see it before it's peeled.
Okay.
Because basically, when they cook it, it still has the taste buds and everything out on it. And so you end up slicing it and peeling off the part of the tongue that is not edible, which is the outer layer that has the taste buds on it. So you cook it up, you boil it, you take it out, you slice that off, and then you're just left with a hunk of meat.
Oh, I've just had a really sexy idea.
Okay, well that makes perfect sense if all you're eating is the actual muscle part.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
eating the taste
you're
buds
not
and
eating.
anything
No,
on
you're
top.
not eating all of it. You're not. And like I said, it was just like she wanted to know because people do get grossed out by the idea, and I was just like, if it looks exactly like the rest of it, like, and also again, I'm more adventurous than a lot of people. I was just like, I don't see a problem with it. Now, stuff like intestines and no, that's definitely a line. I will not eat intestines.
Oh, I couldn't. I had this incident. I used to work in a meat department, and we used to have these big red buckets of intestines, marketed as chitlins. And when it would expire, like when it had, let me correct that. When it would hit its sell by date, because the sell by date is not the day that it expires. It would hit its sell by date. We would have to take it off the sales floor and put it in the refrigerator. These things came frozen. They would sit in the refrigerator for 2 or 3 weeks, defrosting and then just sitting there. And we would have to open up the packaging and dump the meat contents into a tub because that would get shipped off to a rendering plant or whatever. I'm in the back sitting here, and I'm not bothered by this usually because you can't really smell a lot of it. But my coworker picks up this tub and he goes, "Look what I've got." And I'm like, "Ew." He takes it and he dumps it out, and it doesn't just like go into the tub. It like trickles out of the bucket and starts plopping into the bottom of the tub, like, and then the smell of the intestines hit me, and I had to put my hand over my mouth and walk out the door. I'm like, "You're doing this for the rest of the day by yourself because of that stunt."
Yeah, I would have the same reaction. No, chitlins is a southern thing.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse to try it because every version I've seen just looks gross.
Yeah.
And if something looks gross, a lot of times I won't even try it, even if it might not turn out to be gross.
I'm just listening to all the words. Say words.
In Mother Russia, you don't eat intestines. Intestines eat you.
It costs less money.
Okay.
If you listen to the words rather than buying things.
I cannot completely go vegan because it's just
I'm now bored. No, I'm bored. Can you go back to talking about things?
Yeah, let her finish.
I kind of like it when they talk about food with their New York accents.
I understand. I cannot go vegan in my house because I would be buying separate from my family, because they will not do it, and I am not going to do 2 rounds of stuff. However, vegan doesn't necessarily mean bad, and I hate it when people say that, because the people that I know that do vegan full time are usually pickier than most people I know and actually do some damn good food. Ooh, eggplant parmesan. That's
I could never take the taste of eggplant. That's one of the problems I would have with trying to be vegetarian. Actually, I was vegetarian for about 1.5 years.
My sister, I don't know if she could ever go vegan, partially because we'd have to go through extensive doctor stuff, but her intestines have trouble with digesting things sometimes, and I don't know if she would be able to get enough nutrients on a vegan diet.
Yeah. Well, health-wise, the only problem I had on a vegetarian diet, which is a common one, is I wound up to be deficient in several of the B vitamins, and especially thiamine is something that's hard to get on a vegetarian diet.
Yeah. I know that she's currently taking iron and vitamin D pills and something else. And they have her on the strong shit. Like,
Yeah, and
she's not going to be taking them long term, but they gave her 12 weeks of vitamin D that's like twice the strength of what you get over the counter.
Yeah, and the vitamin D, the best source of that is dairy products.
And she can't have dairy at all.
Yeah.
She cannot have dairy at all. We've tried everything. Lactose free, all of it.
I will actually occasionally eat a vegetarian meal at work, but that doesn't make it any healthier for me. Because what it usually is they've got these little snack packs at my job. It's some apples and a couple pretzels and a couple pieces of cheese. And then I get 2 boiled eggs and a slice of cheesecake.
Yeah, you were good until the cheesecake.
I know.
You were just like, healthy thing, healthy thing, healthy thing. I'm doing good. Cheesecake. Because I love those little snack packs. There's I don't remember what they're called, but there's ones with like dried fruit, nuts, and then some cheeses. I love the hell out of those.
Oh, those are good, but like they're kind of expensive, and I'll eat the entire. It comes in a 3-pack, right?
Yeah,
I know exactly which one you're talking about. I don't
get those regularly because you're right. They are expensive, but they're so good.
Okay, and Miss Free, without going into it too much, GMO is a term that is virtually useless because virtually everything you can buy in the grocery store has been genetically modified.
Yeah,
it's really hard to find any food that isn't. It's just a matter of how you're going to define it.
Yeah.
Broccoli's GMO.
I'm about to pull a stool in Jenny from the other day because anti-GMO stuff is my tick. I will literally avoid things that when they go through the effort of tagging it non-GMO, I will not buy it.
Yeah. Well, that's
I will avoid this conversation.
I thought the anti-GMO was a good idea, and then when I read up about it and realized what it really means, it's like, all the plants and animals have been at least selectively bred for thousands of years.
Every damn thing you buy is GMO. It's just a buzz phrase. Bananas are not curved naturally.
Bananas are hardly edible if they weren't modified.
Well, okay, and this is what I mean. It's just GMO is too broad a category. Mm-hmm. There are too many different things that fit in that GMO can be something as little as selective breeding of animals.
Purple, I need your advice on an important matter.
Well, you can't have it. I'm going to need my own advice later.
I was wanting to get a burger, but you dirty perverts talked about pizzas. So I'm now thinking I should get a calzone, if that's the correct pronunciation.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a wise choice? What is in a calzone? It's basically a pizza folded up.
Yeah, a calzone is basically just a pizza folded up so you can eat it without getting messy.
Mm-hmm. Do you think I would be a bad person if I got a calzone and a burger?
No.
If you're that hungry, why not?
If you can eat both of them.
I'm just trying to get myself into the mindset of the American person.
Fuck you.
Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not recommended.
I like you. You're funny. Don't do that.
Oh. Listen, our eating habits over here are terrible. I've tried to clean up eating around here because I have to find a balance between I can't really cook in this house right now and making sure that my sister gets what she needs in order to be okay. And it is very, very complicated right now.
Life is complicated, and I would never do such things on a day-to-day basis, but once a month, I think I'm allowed a little bit of a treat.
Yeah. No. I'm not saying you can't ever have a treat. It's just, for me, it's gotten complicated because I have to make sure that what I have available is good.
I'm now totally bored. I now do not want a calzone. I want a slice of pizza and a big fuck off burger. This happens every Thursday. You know this, Purple.
Yeah. Well, and you keep going on about burgers, and it's like, I still don't know where around here I can get a good burger, because all the restaurants closed before we got to try out the local places. So it's like, I only know about the big chains here.
You would love the place that I found, Purple. You'd totally love it. It's a long wait, which is not necessarily a bad thing because they're actually cooking the meat properly. But it is really good. You'd love it. And it's literally, and I'm using that word correctly, it's literally 30 seconds away from my front door.
Okay, I said I didn't know who this was and that I would have to read up on it. So, Pirate Kitty, you have an assignment now.
What am I supposed to be finding out for this person?
This one.
No, I Googled him, but the Nobel Prize winner.
He's just on the conversation about GMOs. So I don't know what he had to say about GMOs. I'm not familiar with who that is.
Well, he was born in 1914 and dead in 2009, so let's see.
Well, see, if he had been eating a healthy diet, he would still be alive, so.
Well, I mean, he was like 95 years old, so.
That doesn't matter. If he was eating a healthy diet, he would still be alive, right? I mean, there are people in the Bible that live to be 600 or 800 years old.
Oh, that's the argument we're going with?
Yeah, he went there.
Okay, so this is a guy who received his BS in forestry and PhD in plant pathology and genetics from the University of Minnesota in 1942. He took an agricultural research position in Mexico where he developed semi-dwarf high-yield disease-resistant wheat varieties. During the mid-20th century, Borlaug led the introduction of these high-yielding varieties combined with modern agricultural production techniques to Mexico, Pakistan, and India. As a result, Mexico became a net exporter of wheat by 1963. Between 1965 and 1970, wheat yields nearly doubled in Pakistan and India, greatly improving the food security in those nations.
Okay, so he did some positive things with GMO grains.
Yeah. Well, there's this big debate about yellow rice.
And Doorknob Head wants to get booted.
Huh?
Doorknob Head wants to get booted.
The Minnesotan and the Floridian both disagree with you. You're fucking wrong, Doorknob Head.
What did he say?
I love you, but you're wrong.
He said that Minnesota's worse than Florida.
No.
I'm sorry, but the Floridian and the Minnesotan both disagree with you, so you're wrong, Doorknob Head.
Hey, for the amount of effort it took me to get back here.
So there's actually currently a debate going on and it's really shitty because a lot of this anti-GMO stuff is really like, we got here thanks to this technology, but now we're going to call this technology bad. You can't use it in third world countries, because what we have is a discussion going on with yellow rice. Yellow rice is a genetically modified rice that produces nutrients not normally found in rice. And they're trying to introduce them to places where kids are dying from nutritional deficits, where they eat 3 meals a day. It's all it's all rice, but it's got no nutritional value, so they don't, they're eating, but there's no nutritional value. But people are fighting bringing this yellow rice into the area where it would help with these issues, because the yellow rice brings in a lot of nutrients that are causing the kids to die.
Yep. And Ms. Tree, I won't argue that Americans in general have a very unhealthy diet with way too much fat and, for the most part, way more meat than we need.
Mm-hmm.
But I think with or without GMOs, most Americans would still be eating crap.
Like I said, I struggle to keep things in our house because it's expensive to find the convenient stuff, but I literally cannot cook in my house right now. If I tried to cook, I would die.
Yeah, well, and what Pirate Kitty was saying about, the industrialized nations, that we got to where we are, and now we're saying that other countries can't do the same things. And a lot of that comes into play too when you start talking about the global pollution problems. That we don't want anybody doing the kind of stuff we did to build up our industry because it pollutes too much.
Yeah,
I said yellow rice. I meant golden rice.
Yeah, okay. I knew what you meant, but that without it, especially like around Korea and in that region, that they would have a very hard time supporting their population on the traditional varieties of rice. They just couldn't grow enough in the area.
Oh shit!
I think what it is that it's a vitamin A deficiency, if I'm reading correctly.
Yes.
If I remember correctly, they have a high issue with vitamin A deficiency, and golden rice has vitamin A. It's been genetically modified in order to produce vitamin A.
Yeah, well, and again, vitamin A is something that it's much easier to get from animal products than from plant products. So places where where it is primarily a grain and vegetable diet, they tend to have a deficiency in the vitamin A.
Yeah, it's found in meat, poultry, fish, and dairy products. They should probably work on getting them more fish. Somebody was pointing out that there's a people will point to charts showing cancer and all that, and point to people who eat red meat having a higher than vegans or vegans and vegetarians. But if you actually continue down the chart, people who eat fish have less than both of those three categories combined. So I don't know. Vitamin beard.
Vitamin beard?
He said, Doorknob had said I had a vitamin beard deficiency.
Oh, okay. I see that now.
That sounds very Beelzebub of you. We should build replicators.
Oh, that conversation was tonight, wasn't it? It's been a while.
Yeah, that was at the beginning of all this, about 3.5 hours ago.
We're living in a timeline where damn near every week feels like a fucking year. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I really, really want? As the Spice Girls once famously said, what I really, really want? Not a ziggy zigar. I want a shave, I want a haircut, and I want a fucking burger. I don't ask for much in life.
Yeah.
I want a fucking haircut. Really want a fucking haircut.
Well, I've been known to go years at a time without cutting my hair, so that's never an issue for me.
You know what you need? You need that that hair. And so is your hair long, or like do you need like precision cutting? I can't remember.
I need my little man to do his work
As
on
I'm
my
thinking,
head.
there's a clipper set that you can get that you attach to a vacuum.
No. No.
Yeah, I've seen those.
No, I need my
And
little
in the
man.
commercials, they show doing it on a dog, and I'm like, really? How many animals are going to stand still with the noise of a vacuum right next to them?
You know,
Well,
it's kind
that's the lovely thing is it's attached to the end, so you
it's
just
kind
get a
of
hose
cool.
extension.
It's kind of cool because the back of my head, the hair, is really long. It's not been this long since fuck knows how many years, which is cool. I like it. But it's got to go.
Well, and this is a fact. The majority of corn grown in the U.S. is feed corn for livestock. But see, again, it's a different variety that's grown for the livestock than what's grown for human consumption.
So what do you think when we drive our Winnebago and the two sandwich makers are doing their sandwiches in the back and Purple is driving and
you're tied up and we're not doing sandwiches.
And Doorknob is on the roof playing his violin. Where will the first stop be? Where will we stop?
Still has a mullet.
Fuck you, Seraphine. I hate you. You fucking bitch. I actually have got a bit of a thing going on. But
well, and this is a valid point too, because yes, you know, scientists need funding, and a lot of the funding comes from the industries. So a lot of times it's kind of limited what they can work on because they can only work on something that somebody's willing to pay for.
I think what I'll do, I'm very tempted to acquire some hair dye.
Yeah, my beard won't dye. Already went through that.
Do a bit of an 80s thing.
Yeah, I spent 2 years trying to kill my beard and it just keeps coming back.
If you could touch the things that the back of my head, the hair is so long. I look like one of those things from that blue film. No, not the blue film. The film where the people are blue.
Avatar?
My hair is, yeah, touch it. Seriously, touch it. Because if you touch it, we've done the sex.
You know, Purple, if you're annoyed by your beard and you don't want it anymore, there is a thing called laser hair removal.
I would have tried it a few years ago if I'd had the money.
I was about to say, that costs a pretty penny now.
Yeah, at the time I was told it would have been about $2,000.
Yeah, it's more than that now.
Well, I think it'll also vary quite a bit depending what state you're in.
That is true, too.
Jesus Christ, I can't Google anything without being given a COVID-19 warning on everything.
I've noticed that. It's just a standard banner every web page is putting on the internet.
Yeah. Dave, the reason I asked was I still can. I don't do it very often anymore because I wind up eating most of it. But I actually know how to make homemade toffee.
Oh, is Dave still here?
Yep.
The lazy fucker. Hey, Dave, listen, I've got a dilemma. And you know what my dilemma is. I really want a big fuck-off burger. But I also want some pizza. And the New York ladies with their sexy accents are trying to get me to get a calzone. So what do you recommend? And don't say ice cream. I actually do want some ice cream, but don't talk about ice cream right now. A calzone. Okay, Dave. Thank you.
Tria, I should get you my aunt's recipe for fudge.
Oh, please do. I love making fudge. The fudge, I don't mind making as much because the batches aren't usually as big and I actually do get help eating it. The toffee, the batch that I make, the smallest batch that I can make winds up being the size of a cookie sheet. And like my sister will eat like maybe a small portion of it and then I wind up with all the toffee.
You ever have a toffee overload, just give me a message and I will totally give you my address. Yeah.
Yeah, if I get in, I usually bake it around the holidays because then I have
Gifts.
Yeah, it's gifts. It's because it's fucking cheap.
Right.
Like
Well, that's
I can spend like $5 on getting. Well, it's more like 10, but I can spend $10, get everything except the shipping materials for it, and make enough for like 20 people.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to do big batches of a chocolate marshmallow fudge that I did every year.
Mm-hmm.
Except it's like the stuff was almost entirely sugar.
Yeah, sounds similar to what my aunt used to make.
Yeah. My toffee is basically, and I've learned that I really should put milk in it, especially because it's humid down here, and I'm going to experiment a little bit. But basically, you put in like a cup of sugar and a cup of butter into a pan, and you just keep stirring it until you burn the shit out of it, and then pour it onto a cookie sheet. And as far as some people will stop and take it off the burner before I will, but I like my toffee really, really rich and dark. And basically, it's a couple of steps above the actual taste of coffee.
I'm going to tell you a fun
buttery.
fact right now. I'm going to tell you a very fun fact. We're into June, I believe. Apparently. I have not watched a single second of porn for the last 6 months. That's true.
Congratulations.
Okay, yeah, I don't think anybody in here needed to know that.
Because I get my jollies from listening to all this food talk. It's so sexy. I like how she did that thing with the pan when it went kind of burned.
Yeah.
Fuck this COVID. It's turned me into a weirdo.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure it turned you into the weirdo?
Yeah, I might be lying. I could be not being honest.
Okay, well, we are approaching 4 hours here, so I do think that we should wrap this up so I can get some sleep.
Sleep? What is this nonsense? Sleep.
It's been very elusive. I've been trying to track it down ever since the move, but
listen,
you know,
if you track it down, share your secrets.
Yeah, I don't know which box it's in. There's still a lot of stuff that's not unpacked.
Wait, if I come over and help you unpack and I find it, do I get a share? Do I get a cut of this sleep thing?
Sure. Yeah, you help me unpack and organize all my stuff, and yeah, you can have half of any sleep you find.
Sweet. I half is fair.
This is not fair.
Get some Benadryl.
Doesn't work on me.
Benadryl winds up. I get sleep, but not rest, and that does not do me any good when I'm already permanently exhausted.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have not found any medication that will put me to sleep that doesn't fall under the controlled substance category. Basically, about the only things that have done it so far are like codeine, gabapentin, doesn't put me to sleep, but it helps suppress the tics, so it's a little easier to fall asleep.
Oh, codeine and I have a fun time.
Yeah.
Codeine is supposed to put you to sleep. It makes me hyper.
I got given a codeine cough suppressant once when I got a really bad bronchitis. And I picked up the prescription at work, and I had about 2 hours left on my work, and I was on my last break. And I'm like, well, most medications, the standard is a tablespoon. So I eyeballed it, took a swig, said, that's about a tablespoon, put it back in my locker. I'm standing at my register trying to ring somebody up, and I'm leaning to the side really far. And I realized I started to feel dizzy. I'm like, what the heck? So I finished my shift. No, I didn't finish my shift. My supervisor took one look at me and said, go home. Went back to my locker, picked up the bottle and looked at it, and it said take 1 teaspoon, not tablespoon.
Oh.
Yep.
So I ended up having to call my ex-boyfriend and being like, hey, I OD'd on some drugs. I can't drive myself home. Can you come and get me? So him and his sister drove down to my work, where they found me passed out in the passenger seat of my car. She got into the car. I gave her the keys, and she drove me home, and I just went and passed out because I was just so tired. I was so out of it.
Man, I haven't done any of that. The thing is that like I tried to take sleeping pills, and I took the dose that was recommended. I took the lowest dose that was recommended. And I slept for 18 hours straight, and then when my mom tried to wake me up, I tried to physically attack her.
Yeah.
I've gotten violent with my boyfriend occasionally when he wakes me up on accident or on purpose. I'm just like, go away, I'm going to stab you with this knife.
Yeah, they gave me the Ambien for a while, and it did help me sleep. But unfortunately, my fiance was saying it was making me uncharacteristically hostile. That I would start arguments before going to bed, and I wouldn't even remember it, because not only did it cut off my memory when I took the pill, I lost like about 2 hours before I had taken the pill. So like 4 hours in the evening before I went to bed, I had no memory of, and apparently I was getting in fights with people.
Yeah, anything that's supposed to like help you sleep or make you drowsy, I'm just like, listen, if you can cut down like the amount you give me, and they're like, no, you're fine. I'm like, no. Give me the lowest dose legally allowed.
Everybody is different, and so codeine for me it doesn't send me totally crazy, but it's kind of nice.
Although I had a similar but longer experience with the codeine, that they gave me the codeine cough syrup, and somebody made a typo on the prescription. I don't know if it was the doctor or the pharmacist.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, it was supposed to be 2 teaspoons up to 3 times a day, and instead they put it as 2 tablespoons.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, taking it at that dosage, I was only awake for like 3 hours a day.
I might be getting the name wrong. There's probably a stronger version of codeine. In this country, you can only get it on prescription. You've got to be prescribed it.
Yeah, same here. It takes a doctor's prescription.
The fun fact, I went through my allotted amount of codeine, but you will also be prescribed things that make you poo, because codeine, it will make you do bad things. And here's the fun fact. I can't remember the name. What would you call it? The things that make you poo. I forgot the word.
Laxative.
Laxative. That's the fucking word. Yeah, I'm so shit. Yay! I'm so shit. So
You're so shit. You need more laxatives.
I'm so shit. Yeah, I've still got that box of laxatives. Because they give you a fucking huge box of them, And the fun fact is, they taste really nice. They're really fucking yummy. They're like tablets, and you put them in your water, and they're really yummy. Way too yummy. But because we live in a kind of civilized country, so we get them for free. So fuck you. We get our codeine for free and our poo tablets for free. Nina. I really hope Dave's gone away because I don't want him to hear about my poo tablets.
So Nacha has decided to say, I spent all night in emergency care. Anyone care to guess how much a night cost me? I'll answer it a bit later in a comment below. P.S. It isn't zero.
Oh shit.
But it's still, whatever it's going to be a bajillion times better than if he was in the United States.
Oh, it's not true. Oh.
Nacha's
where it
in
is.
Australia.
Okay, alright. Okay, so okay.
I'm just going to comment and be like, whatever it is still a shit ton less than in America.
I'm not totally sure what's happened to him, but if I've literally no idea what's happened. I'm not a nosy person, but I'm going to say if he was in America, he'd probably be bankrupt. I'm guessing.
And probably not for just a night stay, but that would probably cost quite a lot.
On Nacha's budget, he would not be able to.
Yeah.
That would bankrupt him.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. I don't
A typical ER visit, not even getting into the overnight thing, but just going into the ER and having them look at you and send you home in a couple hours without doing much of anything, generally costs $2,000 to $3,000.
I'm still in shock about the thing that Purple told me about the cost of an ambulance. Not to buy an ambulance, that would be weird, but to use an ambulance to take you to hospital.
Yeah.
Fuck.
When my fiance died, they were trying to convince her to declare bankruptcy so they could write off the debts and get some government, guarantees on them. But she owed like $25,000 just to the ambulance company, not counting the hospital.
Jesus shitting hell. Fuck. That is just, oh, blimey. Yeah, that's just like, wow. To me, that's no.
Okay, well, yeah, we should wrap this up here.
Yep. I should probably go and get something to eat after all of this.
And I'm going to get me a calzone because I live in the future, so I can do these things.
Yep. Well, yes, but you have to deal with the sun coming up a lot earlier than I do.
I can deal with this. And if it goes wrong, it's not going to cost me £5,000 to get an ambulance. So I'll be good. And if I don't like the calzone, you know what? Bouncy boy. I know you're listening, Bouncy boy, but if I don't like this calzone, I'm going to fucking come after you.
There's no way you won't like it. It's literally just a pizza folded in half.
I know, I totally want it.
They have little refrigerated ones at my work. I sometimes buy them for lunch. They've got one that's a pepperoni, and then they've got one that's a Philly cheesesteak.
I will eat it with a New York accent.
Oh, Philly cheesesteak pizzas are so good. So are buffalo wing pizzas.
Okay, we need to go before we go on into another tangent.
Yep. Okay, so good night, everybody. Good night,
Good
good
night.
morning, wherever you
Purple
are.
drives the Winnebago. I sit in the next seat. You people make the sandwiches in the back, okay? And that weird guy sits on the roof playing his violin.
Oh, and
This is
before
sorted. We've agreed. We've agreed. Purple needs to go. We've agreed. Okay?
and
We've
really
agreed.
quick
We've agreed. Shut
before
up.
we go, hey, stop. Before we go, I do have a video coming out hopefully in the next week or two. Just y'all keep an eye out for that.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Going to tell us what the subject would be?
Show your
I'm talking about the weird ass relationship between the NAACP and the Mormon Church.
That should be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, Pirate
So-
K, you got anything going on?
Nah. I was just gonna say I really hate the channel ID that I'm stuck with for now.
Oh. What's wrong with it? It's Pirate Kitty.
No. Like when you my link is youtube.com/user/
Oh, yeah.
this weird thing that I don't remember.
Okay, yeah, I
using.
was looking at the Twitter part of the link there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and Stool and
No.
I will be on Black Sofa's channel in about 12 hours.
Can I? Oh, fuck. Seriously. Oh, no.
So-
okay. Can I
okay.
shill myself, please?
Oh, yeah, if you got something.
I've got nothing. I'm a dick. Never listen to me because I'm a fucking asshole. But if you click on my bio in the Twitter majigs, feed me. That's all I've got to say to you. Feed me.
Well,
Don't-
you're up to 40 subscribers now, so you picked up a couple during the stream.
40? Fuck me. Blimey.
Okay, bye-bye all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.